ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Hollywood After Dark, April 3rd, 2023. Tonight, we're going to be talking about J.K. Rowling and how she's going to make some serious effing money with this new Harry Potter TV series. And there ain't a goddamn thing anyone's going to be able to do about it. We're going to talk about why that's funny and also sad at the same time. We're going to be talking about Mario. We're going to be talking about Moana Live Action, a whole bunch of craziness. It's Hollywood After Dark, folks. You know what time it is. You know, let's fucking go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Hollywood After Dark, where, hey, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff tonight because today was a hell of a day. So to join me with this is Anna. Anna, thanks for coming back. Appreciate it.
Very glad to be here, dude.
Yeah, man. What a day. Just in general, what a day.
I know the news today. It's been titillating, dude.
And the big story that I totally forgot to add into everything.
What's that?
Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon is apparently going to be a trilogy now.
Oh, I did not hear about that.
Yeah, that came out this morning, right? It was like first thing this morning. It was like, Netflix is going to be doing that. And I was like, oh yeah, I totally spaced on all of that because of everything else that went on today.
Damn, that's real commitment. I
know, right? Netflix is so committed to the Snyderverse, they're giving him a third movie in this Rebel Moon trilogy.
All right.
They're so committed to bringing it. They're so committed to the Cell movement. It's going to buy it all, but they're going to have him do a trilogy of a movie first. It's going to be amazing. Right off the bat, though, just want to say that CJH Entertainment has become a new member at the matinee level. Thank you so much, CJH. Really appreciate that.
Welcome on board.
There is currently right now, if you guys are over on the channel membership, you guys can head over to the HWAD Squad Unplugged. That is the channel members Q&A. Ask questions there. I'll take a look at that at the end of the stream. My voice is doing better today, thankfully. I'm very happy about that. Still some coughing, so I might have to kind of mute as we go on. But for the most part, it is feeling better, and I'm glad. I was really worried because like all day I was coughing a lot. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, how am I going to talk about this stuff tonight? Because there's literally so much craziness. Like, you got the Blue Beetle trailer finally dropped. You got Extraction 2 had a teaser drop. There, of course, is the whole thing with the Disney earnings call. And I'm not even going to dive in to the whole Bob Iger DeSantis thing because I simply just do not have the time tonight to dive into that. But I'll probably hold that for tomorrow. But there's there's like Disney, and then of course you get the Moana announcement.
The Moana thing, yeah.
And Moana, dude, that's to me that's hysterical because like people are not happy about that. They're just like sit down, rock.
No, that's the thing. Like all these topics tonight, everyone has a strong opinion on them.
Yeah.
Like these are some opinionated topics that we're going to be diving into. So it should be interesting to see what the chat thinks too.
Well, what really kind of cracked me up, though, is the fact that not only is like, because we'll get into the Harry Potter thing, but like you can tell Warner Brothers Discovery is very much like in a restructure mode because even another Game of Thrones show was effectively announced today as well.
Oh, yeah. No, they're relying on their cornerstones. And I understand why after the shit that they've been going through, but they're like doubling down on like the biggest IPs that they own and trying to make stuff with it. So it makes sense that, I feel like that series was always inevitable, but it probably got like put way forward as a priority with the restructuring,
Oh yeah. I mean, it's to me, it's pretty crazy, but also joining us is Jimbo. How's it going, Jimbo?
Hey, Jimbo.
Oh boy. I don't know what to say. Today, there's too much fuckery going on, and I got nothing.
Too much fuckery. I got nothing. So let's go live. That is a great way. Basically. That is a great way to approach it, Jimbo. You're like, all right, like I got nothing to say.
It's just too many stories that just make you think, what the fuck? Who the fuck is making these decisions? It's just dumb. It's straight up buffoonery. It's silly.
It hasn't been all bad news, but yeah, there's been some very blundering.
No, I would argue it's been mostly good news today.
Extraction trailer though, have you seen it?
Yeah, I got it queued up. We're gonna watch it here in a little bit. So I actually went through tonight, and I actually have a script to go through. Like literally, I have like all these articles I need to cover, summarized and ready to go. So we'll just dive right in though, because I do. There was Garrick here at the Fiverr talking about the Chuds being upset at George Lopez for the whole Batman thing. Oh, believe me,
We'll talk.
I've got a clip to show. So, you know, I like to prepare as best I can. That's one of my biggest problems is I like to over prepare. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, I got that clip. We are going to get into that, but that is going to be a little bit down the road. Also, Garrick, I do see your other super chat. We'll get to that when we get to the Harry Potter stuff. So we'll try to keep it on point. So why don't we start off with this? Transformers Rise of the Beasts dropped a new poster today. And yeah, I still feel nothing. I wish I did. I wish I felt something for this. I don't feel anything.
I didn't grow up with Transformers in the 80s, and I think it's one of those franchises, and you know, again, no offense to anyone who likes Transformers. There's some good series, but it's one of those franchises that you kind of got to grow up with to like enjoy into your adulthood. Like I feel like now that I'm an adult, I can really never get into Transformers. But just based on character designs alone, looks way better than the Bay films, if I'm going to be entirely honest.
But they're the same design as the Bay films, essentially.
These aren't. No.
Okay, maybe they're more in line with like Gen 1. The B stuff, no. The B stuff. That's my biggest thing. Is like
the Beast
like,
or no, they're more
right,
Bay.
Was it?
But like Optimus, Bumblebee, they're G100%.
Yeah, the Age of Extinction, right? The dinosaurs in that looked pretty decent. The Dinobots in that one looked okay. You know, this one I don't know. I mean, look, here's the thing. I will see this movie. Okay. I'm going to go see it. I'm going to go in with as much of an open mind as humanly possible. But like Bumblebee 2 is that RJ here's got a super chat. We'll get to that here in a second, RJ, because it's going to tie into another story I want to cover. But yeah, it's all just, I don't know. It's just, I'm hoping it's good, but nothing about this to me looks really interesting.
I mean, I'm optimistic because at least it's something different, you know? I mean, it's a chance for them to try to work with some like new character designs that they haven't really had a chance to work with. I mean, it could be interesting. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Does this like share anything in common with
It's essentially Bumblebee 2. It's essentially Bumblebee 2.
So wait, the Bumblebee people are working on
I don't know. I have literally no idea. I haven't researched in this movie at all because I just haven't cared.
So wait,
like,
is that
is how bad Bumblebee was for me.
It's gonna be the same Bumblebee, right?
I think it's the same Bumblebee, yeah.
Okay, then that's
I mean,
weird
look at for me, if you look at the face model in this poster compared to Bumblebee, it looks exactly the same damn near, except that he has the old Camaro style. Like I can't. I'm kind of excited for this movie, but I just haven't paid attention. I honestly forgot this was coming out.
Yeah,
it's been in the news cycle forever. You know, talk about filming and all that, and that's why it's like, oh, cool, this is happening. But oh shit, yeah, you know, it's happening again. It's just kind of like that. I'm like, that's why I'm like, I don't care when I hear stuff filming. It's like, because then like, you know, after all this time, it's like, oh shit, they're still making this. That's what kind of, you know, kind of loses a little bit for me.
The thing is, like I said, it's like I agree with the. There's a comment I saw here that Tails here says the first 10 minutes of Bumblebee were better than all 4 Bayformer films. Yeah, they were all 5 Bayformer films. Well, I would say the first. I love the first movie, but
the fucking battle for Cybertron.
Here's the thing.
Can we get
Here's
a
the
full
fucking
movie?
Here's the fucking thing though. With the first 10 minutes or few minutes of Bumblebee, that was a late minute addition to the film. That was not in the original script. The original opening of the movie is on the Blu-ray. Like I've watched all the behind the scenes stuff, and the opening 5 minutes, the battle on Cybertron, that was a late minute addition to the movie. And again, you talk to anyone, really anyone, and you're like, what did you like about, outside of RJ, who has a hard on for Haley Steinfeld, but like, what did you like about Bumblebee? And they'll be like, yeah, the opening was pretty good. I'm like, that's all you guys talk about is the opening of that movie, which is why
the most badass part of the fucking movie.
Yes, it is, which is why they should do a movie that's Transformers and fucking animated and have it be like that. I mean, dude, Rooster Teeth did a Netflix movie, right? Three movies. They did that, and apparently I haven't seen it, but apparently
they're good. Oh,
right?
I watched
but
all
it's
the
like,
War
it's
for
like,
Cybertron series.
Yeah,
they're great.
Not everything needs to be live action. Transformers at this point in time, I think, is proven time and time again.
Don't tell that to Disney.
Yeah, well, Disney is cheap and lazy and creatively bankrupt, and we are going to talk about that. But I'm just saying, it's like Transformers should go back to fucking animation and just stay there. And like, Not everything needs to be live action. We've gone through how many? This is what, the 7th Transformers movie in live action since 2007. So in 16 years, it's the 7th live action movie, and yet it's still just like everyone still has the same complaints. It looks like ass. Well, then go back to what people liked, which was the opening of fucking Bumblebee, which was
so you'd
all
like
CG.
to see an all CGI film?
Goddamn right I would. Dude,
Yeah.
it's like Smurfs 1 and Smurfs 2 were a hybrid of CGI and live action. I was like, that's kind of stupid.
Wait,
Smurfs 3 rolls around and it all takes place in the village.
Is this Paramount, right?
This is Paramount, yeah.
Okay, so because like I'm no this because I noticed that there's kind of some similarities between this and like the original Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and that the shit in the actual like Sonic world was only in the first 10 minutes, and the rest is like mostly relying on a hybrid between putting these CG characters into live action.
I would I get that.
Do you think that the company has like some lack of faith in the ability to do like an all CGI film?
I mean, maybe Sonic is a good choice. I think because Sonic had the ugly Sonic controversy, which thankfully Sonic was a good movie on its own, and I think like again like that helped propel it like to being as well received as it was, because the gamers, the fans thought that they won with everything.
It's the best turnaround story in a long time.
It really is. Which is why I think it was a plan. I think it was a plan. I still think it was a plan. I've
always kind of thought that too,
but Sonic works because it's simple. It's a simple premise. All right, it is a CG hedgehog, and in the sequel a CG whatever the fox, and then Knuckles, right? The what, echidna?
Yeah. Echidna. It's an animal with 6 penises actually.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Never lonely on a Saturday night, and Friday or Sunday for that fact too. But anyway, the idea there though is it's simple. Those are the 3 CG characters that are coming over. Not like, not how many are on this image right here. We've got, I
1,
count
2, 3,
8,
4, 5. Wow. Yeah.
8, right? And there's going to be probably more in the movie because these are just the heroes, not even like the fucking bad guys and shit. And again, it's just like, it keeps going back to the same well. They need to ditch the live action and just straight up go CG. And I think they would do better. I think they would do a lot better with that. And everything else. We're going to have to wait to see. This movie comes out like around the same time as The Flash and Elemental, and it's a June release. And it's like, look, I get it. The other Transformers have been summer releases, except for Bumblebee. And Bumblebee went up against Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, as well as Aquaman and Mary Poppins. And it did moderately. It did around 400 million worldwide, if I recall. Enough to like kind of get into the benchmark of profitability for Paramount because of the budget was a little bit lower.
It's a busy season, but I would definitely say that Elemental and Flash are not particularly huge competition.
Elemental, I think, is going to kind of maybe crash and burn. But
I think it's going to underperform, but I don't think it's going to crash and burn.
No, I think it will be well received, but it's going to, Mo here for 2, thank you. Says, Matt, don't make me agree with RJ. Bumblebee was good. Mo, look, you have bad takes all the time. This is one of them. Again, Bumblebee, RJ says it, Bumblebee had heart and a good story. No, motherfucker, it was E.T. with goddamn fucking robots, okay? It was literally the same storyline as E.T. That's what it was. It was just like extraterrestrial being comes to Earth, ends up becoming friends with like a young kid. Well, in this case, she was 18, and not the age Henry Thomas was. And it's the same, but it's the same fundamental principle.
Basically the same storyline.
And what is it? Decepticons come to Earth, work with the U.S. government to try to stop.
RJ's like, so?
Just so, yeah, exactly. This is the thing, though. If Haley Steinfeld wasn't in the movie, RJ would be like, 6 out of 10.
It's assy.
I can't, right? But with her in the movie, he's like, 9 out of 10, I can fap to this. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. And also, CJH, thank you. I did see your super chat. We'll get to that there when we get over to that specific topic. So it's just crazy with everything else, right? A lot of stories are similar. Yes, RJ. Yes, they are. Yeah, there's a lot of stories about an alien coming to Earth and befriending children. You ever seen fucking Mac and Me? All right. There's a lot of stories that are similar. Doesn't mean that they're all equal. Bumblebee, I thought Bumblebee, the character, and Charlie, the character, were good, and they worked well together. Everything else was just bad. I mean, it was just John Cena. Like, look, John Cena tried so hard to be the comic relief when he didn't need to be the comic relief. He could have been the straight shooter for the entire thing and then had the comedy and then react to what's going on around him and then be the comic relief. But instead, like, he literally tries to like just joke in every scene. This is why the performance that he gave in Suicide Squad, you know, about like when they're talking about, you know, what he would do for peace, right? I would kill every man, woman, and child if it meant maintaining peace, or I would eat an entire beach of dicks if that's what it took to maintain peace.
Yeah.
And he says it and he delivers it in a very like straightforward, like
genuine way.
Genuine way. He genuinely emotes this line. And you believe that character believes that that's what he would do to maintain peace. That is the sign of a good director working with an actor and getting a good performance. Travis Knight, who I think did a great job on Kubo and the Two Strings, brought John Cena in and I think just like pointed a camera at him. It's like, I don't know, make with the funny. You know, that's really about it. Like, Cena's so much better than goddamn Bumblebee. And like, he brings that movie down, which is a shame. Because I do like John Cena.
No,
but he brought the movie down. And then again, even like, it was just, you know, the movie was just bad. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that for too long. Yeah.
Yeah, all that based on one image, huh?
Yeah, you know, hey, AI generation, what can we say?
Yeah.
What can we say, right? It generates conversations. So, all right, let's move on here because this is the next one, is that Robert Kirkman is saying that there will be a smaller release gap between seasons 2 and 3 of Invincible, saying here, the creator of the popular Prime Video animated series Invincible, Robert Kirkman, has given an update on the production of the show's second season during a press tour to promote his upcoming film, Renfield, which I actually just now learned that Robert Kirkman, the creator of Invincible and The Walking Dead, came up with the story of Renfield, which now has me wanting to see it even more. So, Renfield's going to be dope when that drops in a couple of weeks. Anyway, while discussing the long gap between seasons 1 and 2, Kirkman hinted that the gaps between future seasons may not be as long, saying once season 2 comes out, hopefully it should be smooth sailing from there on. There won't be these big, large gaps theoretically. He also mentioned that season 2 is currently in the animation stage and is coming along really great. The show's second season is set for a 2023 premiere, but no exact release window has been announced. I mean, I don't know. Are you guys excited are you guys excited?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. Of course. Like, I feel like a lot of people, they might have kind of forgotten at this point, and that's just kind of like the tragedy of animation. It fucking takes time to do it right. But yeah, Invincible really changed the fucking game when it came out and really, you know, challenged a lot of people's idea of what a superhero project can be like.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited. And if season 3 comes out in you know, reasonable time, then that's all the fucking better. I wonder how much this show's gonna actually end up with in terms of seasons, honestly.
I think they're going for like 5, right?
5 sounds about right.
I think 5 sounds about right for most shows.
5
you know,
does sound about right for most animated shows.
Yeah, you don't need to go on longer than that. Like, really, like, you don't want to end up in like Simpsons territory where you're just literally, as a company, too afraid to cancel the show.
Oh, yep. No way. Same thing with Family Guy. Like,
American Dad has like its 20th season almost. It's over 20 seasons now. And you're like,
that's
how is it going on for so long? I mean,
how do you still have jokes with these characters? Like,
I don't know. I don't even know. It's just like you bring in new writers, they come up with new humor. It becomes topical based upon the time. I mean,
and
that's a big part of it.
It's kind of like the Ship of Theseus idea of like, is this even the same show at this point? Because all the fucking staff have shifted out.
Well,
like Seth MacFarlane hasn't been involved in any of those shows for the longest time.
Oh no, he doesn't. He just comes in, does the voices, and he leaves. Like, that's literally.
He cares more about the fucking Orville, clearly.
Yeah, if that's even going to get a season 4, we have no idea. They seem hopeful. But there's been no real movement on it thus far.
I hope he gets it. He cares about it, clearly. So
I'm excited for Invincible season 2. Invincible season 1, man, like, that show I think had the problem of coming out at the same time as Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. And so they premiered at the same time. Like, it was both like, you know, midnight on Thursday nights, right? And so so I was watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. I had heard about Invincible, but I hadn't dove into it yet. And it wasn't until the week before the finale, so like, after Falcon and Winter Soldier had ended, that I just plowed through it and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then as soon as that finale dropped, I watched it. And it's so
made
good.
a big impact, especially because of, the memes. But
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it could have made a much bigger impact if it wasn't followed up by what I suppose in retrospect was one of the better projects of Phase 4. So yeah, that really did kind of take away a lot of its thunder.
Yeah. Let's see here. Anthony Beltry says Incredible is also getting a live action movie. You know what? I know they mentioned that, but I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. Again, not everything, even graphic novels, need to be live action. And this is where, look, I know this is going to be a controversial hot take, but I'm just going to say it and we can move on. This is where artificial intelligence will really help the animation process. I'm not wrong. Imagine
Yeah, I mean,
getting all your character designs, drawing all those, giving them all what you need them to do, putting them into a machine, going, this is the direction we need it to go. And it animates them like that, and you're able to tweak what you need.
Yeah, I mean, that type of technology could be very beneficial to animators. It's just going to take a matter of time until it's like figured out how it can be beneficial. Like, because I obviously, like you just gave an example, but it's just going to be like figuring out like the mechanical, like the whole engineering, infrastructure of it.
Pert Minded here says, yeah, the stuff you can do with Unreal Engine 5 is insane. I'm curious to see what's going to be happening with films in the future. Exactly. Of course, RJ's like, LOL, fuck no. Ralph Stubbletit's wrong. No, look, you can't put the genie back in the bottle, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to make the point of like, when it comes to like how animation is done these days, it's a lot different from like, people aren't hand drawing fucking, it's not cell animation anymore. And like, when people were moving over to digital animation, there were, artists who were like, that's invalid. That's not real animation. So like, look, I'm not saying I don't want, obviously the shit that you've seen on like Twitter of that stupid like AI anime, if you don't let that shit fucking color your opinion.
See, I thought that was brilliant in the way that they did it. Not to take away from the animation process, but
I thought it was terrible. But
no, it looked amazing. It just, and like, if you remove the aspect of being a weeb, remove being a weeb for a second, okay? Drop the bullshit otaku mindset for a second and look at it from just a creation aspect. What they did is they shot it, they rotoscoped it, which is, something that's been around for a very long time, right? Snow White was, Snow White wasn't, no, Snow White might have been rotoscoped. I know Sleeping Beauty was, Cinderella was, fucking Robin Hood was. There's actually, they reuse a lot of the same animations.
Yes. But there's reused animation in the Jungle Book, I believe.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And it's like they do. They it helps the process along. Do you fucking care that that the Jungle Book and fucking was it Cinderella and Robin Hood all use the same dancing animation? Do you fucking care? Does it take away the enjoyment of the process?
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, shut up, Jimbo. No, it doesn't.
Well, what, Jimbo?
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's like tools help bring the process forward. All right.
I mean, I just wanted to comment in terms of this, because I don't know if you guys have seen like anything regarding what MAPPA has done in like the past couple of years in terms of what they have done and transformed Attack on Titan. Not only that, but they have so many other projects they do, and they showed a behind the scenes video of them hand drawing the shit on iPads, creating the scenes and all that, and people were bitching and moaning and like outraged that we just got an hour special for the final season of Attack on Titan. The next one isn't going to come out for another 6 months, and people were like, what? That's fucking ridiculous. We waited like over a year for this fucking episode, and now we're gotta wait another 6 months. I'm like, do you realize how much shit it goes into, like, just simply making one single scene? It's just like, that's the thing. Like, I get what Matt is saying. You see like these guys drawing one scene and it's taking them hours, and you can tell like all the people at MAPPA Studios are just fucking overworked, tired, and are just mentally drained, but they have to keep going, and it's like you feel bad for them, but it's like,
what? I mean, think of it like this, right? If you like Owl House or Amphibia, whatever, for Disney Plus, right? Or Disney, and you're mad that those shows got canceled, right? Think about it, why they got canceled. They cost a lot of fucking money to make.
Yep.
And they didn't pull in the numbers. They weren't given the time to grow, whatever you want to say. Now, if you have, and those are all fucking made with computers, by the way. That's what I'm talking about.
No, exactly. Those are already made with
yeah,
with
it's like
computers.
there's I love the show Bluey. I love the show Bluey, right? I love watching that with my kids. I think it's great. Ryan Hartwell sent me a video about how Bluey was made. And it's all done with computers. There's even an episode in season 3 where like Bluey's talking about sleeping or whatever, and they actually do a zoom out to the artist animating the scene. You know? And it's like, again, showing different. So what they have is they've got like the different designs, like the different eye designs, right? The different emotions. And they just drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. They're not individually animating each fucking frame with the pen and paper, with the design. They have it already created. All the assets are already
there. It's a rigged
there.
model. That's what it's called. It's a rigged animation model.
All the assets are there. All it's taking is a person to go on in and do that. And that's going to be something that ends up being streamlined in the future. When George Lucas, when he remastered the Star Wars original trilogy back in the 90s, they took the original negative of the original negative of the movie, and they scanned it frame by frame. Okay, individually scanned it frame by frame in order to put it into a computer and to go in and touch it up and to remaster everything. Do you know now when they do a 4K remaster, it's generally done with artificial intelligence? They scan the frame with AI, they process it with AI, and they do a lot of the upscaling with AI.
I know that's what a lot of video games are doing today.
They are, yeah, and it's
Dude,
like,
cinematics. Have you seen the quality of cinematics using Unreal Engine and like other artificial means? Like they are doing amazing.
It has
job
its
with
place in combination with real artists using it as a tool. You know, that should be the purpose of something like that.
Yeah, again, I'm not talking about replacement. I'm talking about a way to help streamline the process. You know what I mean?
It's not always to the extreme measure of things. It's like, yeah, it's not gonna completely like get rid of artists and just make AI do it all. It's like, no, they're gonna obviously still have fucking artists. Just AI is gonna make the process more efficient and also like a lot better. And actually, I'm just thinking, at least like in terms of Mappa, it might actually help and improve the workplace, environment and really like actually allow these people to go home and enjoy their lives rather than stress out all the time trying to get this show done because fans are
yeah, well, it's selfish. Like look at comics, for example, right? How many comics have the first issue of a run, first couple issues be insanely detailed, really well put together, and then as you start to read the run as it goes on, the artistry starts to drop off. Have you guys ever noticed that?
Probably.
Yeah, if you go and you can find it, the first couple issues are really well put together because those are meant to get people's eyeballs on the first issue or so to get them to get invested into the comic. And then as it goes on, the illustrators will start to it still looks good, but it doesn't look as good as it did in the beginning.
Sorry, I was grabbing some water. But yeah, Matt, I've read plenty of comic books and even some runs that I'm a really big fan of. Yes, you can clearly know where they cut corners, especially in the last few issues in a lot of cases.
Exactly. And so that is all going to be gone in the next couple of years. And what I mean by that, again, the technology is all there. If you draw on a tablet and you import that into a computer and use that to design your content, you're still using technology in order to accentuate the creation. That's all I'm saying. It's just like something like Invincible is going to end up eventually being created, put together, assisted with artificial intelligence. But the problem with that is going to be when the headlines start coming out, right? But like we watched that thing last night. This in the headlines for that thing we watched last night were this short film was made with AI. And so we're like, oh, wow, did they do this whole thing with AI? No, they didn't. They still, they used it to help come up with the story and the dialogue and things like that. Some of the visual designs, but the humans still made most of it, put it together, assembled the sound, assembled the visual effects, and made the 9-minute and 59-second short film. A person still did that with help to showcase, and it was a really interesting story too. Like at the end when the Voyager came back out and you're like, oh shit, dude, like, fuck, that was a kind of a mic drop on that story. That's all I'm talking about here. Anyway, I know it's a thing. AI is the devil. It's not the devil, dude. It's already used.
Look, Matt, there's been fear mongering on all new technology since the beginning of time.
Oh, I know. Do you use like predictive text on your goddamn text messaging? That's part of an AI system.
Yeah.
Do you use Siri? That's part of an AI system. Do you ask Google anything? That's part of an AI system. It's already
do you browse
fucking
YouTube
there.
and listen to content creators? I'm pretty sure you do.
Do you like
That's an algorithm. An
Yeah.
algorithm is part of an AI system. It's
Yeah.
there's varying degrees of it, but again, people have this fear, especially when it comes to animation, because it is this very hard kept, I don't want to say it's not a secret, but it's like this, it takes a lot to get it out there. And there's some stuff people do, going back and watching like Ghost in the Shell and Akira. While I didn't really care narratively for those stories all the way through, I was very impressed with the hand-drawn animation, like one of the things I was really all for was Princess and the Frog, because it was Disney going back to 2D animation in order to put out a movie. And I loved it. I love Princess and the Frog. But
No,
also
it's great, but that movie flopped so hard.
it didn't do as good as it could have. And I saw that shit opening fucking day, and also the same thing with Princess and the Frog too, is that also used computers,
Yes.
Atlantis, Treasure Planet, heavily used computers
I
in
love
order
Treasure
to.
Planet.
Same here. Ever see Titan AE?
No, I haven't.
Are you fucking? Oh, dude, Titan AE is dope. That was the last Don Bluth movie. That movie killed Fox Animation because of how badly it bombed.
Really?
But it's a good movie though. It's a good movie. I'm just
swear,
saying, like,
I'm surprised not heard about it.
Is it though?
yes, it
What,
is a good
Jimbo
movie.
doesn't like it?
Wait, what are you talking about? Titan AE or Treasure Planet?
I thought you were on hiatus.
I couldn't sleep.
Oh my
No
God.
sleep, Melon.
Saggy,
It's
there's
all
so
right.
many ways to help you go to sleep.
We're just talking media anyway.
I
Have you tried
Yeah.
calling RJ?
I slept
Right.
too much today, and I'm
Oh.
like sitting in bed, and I was like, I can't sleep, and I was like, I wonder who's on streaming, and I was like, oh, the
Just
usual.
us.
By the way, Jimbo, your icon isn't showing on stream.
Really?
I see
yeah,
it.
it's white. I was like, who the hell is that
Here,
on?
I'll just leave it like this then.
Who's
I was
that?
like, who does?
Oh
that
yeah, it is.
have
Wow,
on tonight?
that's so
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I tuned in and I saw. I was like, "Who the hell is that?" But hello, everybody. I'm not here. I'm supposed to be on a hiatus, but I couldn't sleep. And I
Didn't
was
you
like,
stream today?
mind your business. That's what.
Wait, what? You streamed today? I thought you were on
I actually
hiatus.
fell asleep listening to that, which was very difficult to do.
Really? You fell asleep
Yeah,
listening
I
to
laid
me?
down
Well,
to take a nap and I saw you were on and I was like, okay, I'll listen to what she's saying. And then like I tuned in and you were just getting to like the Blue Beetle stuff, so I kind of went back a little bit and then I just like fell asleep.
aw. Yeah, no, I
Um,
saw the listen. Every time I try to like take a step back to focus on the other stuff in real life, so much news drops at the same time, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Because I don't want to have to play catch up when I come back. So when Blue Beetle dropped today, of course I had to talk about it because I got all my stuff that I needed to get done today done early. So I was like, all right, I had to stream about Blue Beetle because I mean, it's Blue Beetle.
Yeah, you've been very open about that, which we're going to get to the Blue Beetle stuff. So let's move on from there because what we found out today is that there's a new Street Fighter film coming, live action.
Why?
I have a lot of feelings about this, but
Why?
this is let's find out more.
Bro.
So hold on, like I got a bit of info here. So Legendary Entertainment has obtained exclusive license rights to develop live action film and TV projects for the popular Capcom video game series Street Fighter. The agreement also involves co-development and production with Capcom for all future projects, including the feature film currently under development. Street Fighter, which was launched in 1987, has sold over 49 million units globally and has become one of the most successful and well-known franchises of all time. Legendary, hold on. So yeah, Capcom. Sorry, hold on. Fuck. The original. I got a little ahead of myself here. The original Street Fighter film that came out in '94 was technically a commercial success, but it was panned by critics for its campy tone and lack of faithfulness for the source material. And then in 2009, Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, which was a non-canonical spin-off and theatrical tie-in to Street Fighter 4, came out, and the film performed poorly and received negative reviews across the board. That movie was bad.
That movie was garbage. That movie had no business existing.
I've only
It
seen
did-
the original Street Fighter.
But the
No.
original is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like
What is it?
it's all right. It's not bad.
Well, I was gonna ask, wasn't the second one the actress who played Lana Lang in Smallville?
Yeah, Kristen
Yeah,
Krug.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
awful. That was
And
awful.
what was it? It was Ming Na Wen, just Ming Na back then, but as playing Chung Li in the '94 version. You had Raul Julia playing M Bison, who was great. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile was awesome. Kylie Minogue as fucking Cammy, like hell yeah.
I mean, no, the cast was pretty. Listen, aside from Jean-Claude Van Damme being Guile, because like Guile is a American soldier, but we'll let it pass because it's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It was Jean-Claude Van Damme, so that's the only reason why it's a pass, because it was Jean-Claude Van Damme. But the original movie was like, even though at the time fans like a lot of Street Fighter fans were just like, but it wasn't like bad for its time. It was actually very well done. I think it was actually great. And yeah, Raul Julia as his last role being M Bison was he nailed it. Like he nailed that role.
I just love the line. I love the line here. Tails brings it up. The day Bison graced your village, it was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was a Tuesday. That's such a great line. That movie is full of great one-liners. It is full of great. I love that movie so goddamn much. It's so funny. It's so campy, but it just works in all the right ways. You know what I mean? Like this movie came out a year after the Mario Brothers movie came out. And so it was just like, it was a nice palate cleanser because it also was a year before Mortal Kombat, which is another good movie. And yes, I'm going to say it, Mortal Kombat 95 is a good movie.
The first one was.
No, yeah, I'm not talking about the second one, Annihilation. No. That was bad. That was bad. But the first movie was pretty good.
I know what you're going to say.
I don't know. I don't think the first one was that good either.
You also here's the thing. How old are you in 95?
What do you? I
weren't even
alive.
fucking. Yeah, you weren't even a fucking stem cell in your daddy's nutsack.
Wait. So because I didn't see it when it first came out.
Yes, I think there's a cultural significance there. I do.
Yeah, when you see when we talk about like those movies, like when you go back and see them, obviously you might not have the same like feeling of it because for its time that was cool. Like it was cool. Like rewatch
cool?
Fucking Goro, bro.
Cool
Goro was the shit in that movie.
Right, because we didn't get like the video game movies that came out that year. Like even though Super Mario Brothers was, as far as like, it was not a traditional Super Mario Brothers movie, but for what it was, it's iconic, right? Because it's like some of the movies back then, they were so bad they were good, and that was like with Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter was so bad for this generation, but it was good at our time. Our time, those movies were great. A lot of people love those movies.
Like you got to understand when they dropped the trailer for that movie and you hear Mortal Kombat, dun, 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 you start hearing the song.
Well, that's the thing from the video game.
No, it's not from the video game. It's not from the video game. That song was for the movie, but that song encapsulated so much.
Wait. That song was for the movie?
Yeah, that song's not for the video game. It's for the movie.
My goodness.
The video game didn't have a traditional soundtrack.
Yeah. All we had at that time was Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2.
And they had like 8-bit sound bites.
Yeah, and like Mortal Kombat 2 was like heavily censored in many ways. I love all those games. But it's like you get the movie and you got to understand like this is something that came out and it's like it was big. It was big for us. Like my buddy got the soundtrack and like we sat there listening to that song on a repeat, getting hyped up to see the movie. You hear like there's like the new line opening credits in the film, and then you hear the soundtrack kicking off, and then like even yesterday I was showing my kid some more Beat Saber videos, and we played the one some girl was doing the Mortal Kombat theme, right? And I was all like, like just like dun 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 dun.
That track slaps on it. Like
that's so fucking good.
That whole soundtrack too, Jarbo. I actually had the entire soundtrack for Mortal Kombat, and the music, even in Annihilation, the soundtrack for Annihilation was great, but the movie was ass.
Damn.
But
I saw Mortal Kombat.
I gotta watch the movie, the Annihilation again, because the first time I saw it, I was high on weed laced with a hallucinogen.
You will be, if you watch Annihilation, you're gonna understand why it was the like
Oh no,
has
it hurts to watch. Like I watched it sober. It hurts to watch.
it's so bad because it starts off where the last one left off, and then they first thing you notice is they changed a couple of the actors, and then on top of that, they killed off Johnny Cage, the like most iconic character.
Yeah, right
I
off the
don't know,
bat,
like,
Shang
how the
Tsung
fuck
kills
you-
John. No, it wasn't Shang Tsung. It was Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn
Oh
just
my
like snaps
God.
Johnny Cage's.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that.
And they had like, was it Sub-Zero's brother, and then but Jax was in it. That was pretty cool. And then but Jax gets the arms and then tears off the metal at the end of the. But they had Cyrax even pop up in that thing. I mean I'll say this. One of the biggest surprises from the '95 movie was the fact that fucking Reptile popped up in that movie, right? Like the fight between Liu Kang and Reptile in the original movie was like so unexpected because you didn't know that was going to be the case. Because you knew, like, if you listen to the soundtrack, it's all like, Kano, Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, like Sub-Zero. So like, it does all the characters, right? Like, all the characters because it's subconsciously telling you who's going to be in the movie. And then you're watching the movie, and then like here goes fucking Liu Kang on his own, and all of a sudden Reptile pops up, and you're like, I was blown away by that when I was a kid. I was like, oh my God.
Well, I'll say this: Annihilation had one of the funniest, like, you know how you have movies that have like, remember everyone was freaking out about the Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So in Annihilation, there's a scene where Sub-Zero is fighting what was it? Was it Sub-Zero?
It would have been his brother because Sub-Zero was dead.
Yeah, I think it was like Sub-Zero versus Scorpion. I think one of those. No. It was Liu Kang versus Scorpion. And I think there was a part where you could see the actor hiding behind a pillar waiting for his cue to get the girl, and it was like right there on the screen. It was such a bad editing mix up where like you can see him standing there waiting.
The guy who directed Mortal Kombat Annihilation went on to do Annabelle.
That's crazy. Well,
yeah.
At least they learned their lessons. But
I can't take the name Cyrax seriously anymore either.
I mean, the Street Fighter news, it's like, God, I hope they fix the mistakes like that were made in the first one. I hope the casting's good. I don't know what story arc they're gonna go with because in Street Fighter, believe it or not, there's so many different story arcs that you can do with Street Fighter. I don't really know which storyline they're gonna really go for. They're gonna go with the whole focus on Ryu and Ken, because I know in the anime that they came out with which was a great anime.
You mean the Street Fighter 2 one that came out in 2000?
Yes.
Didn't Korn do the soundtrack for that?
No, Korn. One of their songs were featured in it.
Oh, but, okay. That was good because the Zap here says Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, was even better, and it had a full Chun-Li nude shower scene. Yeah. No, I love that movie. I thought that was great, but like the campiness and the awesomeness of the live action one just worked for me.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, because again, I feel like if they're gonna do a Street Fighter movie, it's gonna probably be heavily focused on Ryu and Ken, because Ryu and Ken has the best story arc in the Street Fighter universe, in my personal opinion. At least I've seen more of them being the focus because of their powers and stuff like that and their lore. But yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what they do with it.
I agree. I was kind of surprised that the original didn't focus more on Ken and Ryu, to be honest with you, because I always thought the game kind of felt like they were the two main characters in Street Fighter 2. But whatever they're going to do, I don't know. I'm excited. But again, I do also feel that it's like, if you're not going to be able, like, it depends on the route they want to go. If they want to treat it super serious, like The Legend of Chun-Li is not the route they want to go. They have to kind of give into the absurd a little bit, which is why I think the 94 version worked as well as it did. But real quick here, Garrick for $2 says, quick, change the channel, Zangief. Yes.
I think that we're going to see like, I don't know if a resurgence is the right word, because they never really had like a huge hold on the industry. But I think that we're going to see a lot more video game movies coming out soon, especially if the Mario movie performs well.
Well, and that's a good segue, because the Mario Brothers movie right now is looking to track 225 million worldwide during its opening. And that's over the 5 days, so Wednesday to Sunday. But according to Deadline's report here, they say Illumination and Universal's Super Mario Bros. Movie is projected to have a successful box office debut with an expected ongoing or opening frame of over $225 million globally, including a $125 million opening in the US and Canada. The film has already premiered in 70 international markets and has the potential to surpass Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania as the highest grossing title of the year.
I can see it.
The fact that the movie is already out in 70 international markets makes me really wonder why I haven't seen a pirated copy pop up.
Dude, I believe in this film. Like, I really do. I believe in this fucking movie, man. I hope that it goes to the fucking all the fucking way up the beanstalk to fucking coin heaven or whatever the fuck. I hope this movie goes really fucking far.
Dude,
man.
Princess Peach really killed the whole movie for me. I saw it the other day and just fucking killed it, dude.
But you saw
Horrible.
Mario the other day?
No, I'm just fucking.
Wait,
no.
wait, what the fuck, Jim?
No, I'm just pulling some shit. But
Jesus
no,
Christ.
I'm just reacting to what you guys are sending.
Oh yeah,
regarding-
so there's this
yeah.
guy. There's this guy. We've made fun of him before, but his name is Eric Weber. And,
Oh, this guy- okay.
This guy, and I will fully admit, I will tell you guys what I said. His live stream, he's like streaming right now as well. And but this is what he said about Mario. He goes, "Are you 8 years old? If you answered no, the over under on laughs you'll have during Super Mario Mario movie is roughly 0.5. This has none of the brilliance of the Lego movie, playing strictly for the tiny tot crowd. Is it too late to scrap this and get a Lord and Miller rewrite?" Now, the thing you have to remember is Eric is a bro. He's one of those like Chris Gore friendly type motherfuckers. And that is just again, fuck those guys. To hell and back.
Did he start that off by saying, "Hey, are you 8? Let's compare this to a Lego movie"? I'm sorry, sir. What? I'm sorry. Wait.
Let's compare a kids movie to another kids movie,
Right,
and then complain about it being a kids movie.
Right.
What a
Let's
fucking
complain
moron!
about two kids movies and make that make sense. But I think it's like, dude, who cares? I don't understand why people. Oh, this is sometimes why I hate people who are like movie reviewers, because it's like, dude, a lot of these like things. Again, nobody come for me when I say that. I'm not saying that these things are exclusively for children. I'm saying that things like this are for general audience marketing for families.
Yep.
For
That's a good point.
families.
That's their target audience.
That is their
not
target
fucking
audience
Chris
when it comes
goddamn
to the
Weber or
general
Chris Gore or
consensus.
whatever the fuck their name is.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, if are you 8 years old, you have an 8-year-old, you're probably gonna love this movie because every kid and adult likes Mario. Who cares? Why do you care that much? Like, it's just like, you do understand adults play Nintendo, right? Like, adults love still to this day Nintendo. They play Mario. Mario
Nintendo
Kart,
World just
Mario
opened
Kart.
up.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of people who are like Nintendo fans for life. I mean, I'm fucking one of them. I still fucking play Nintendo games.
I mean, I love Nintendo, even though I know they keep reselling me my childhood bit by bit.
yeah.
And that's just true. They fucking do that shit.
Yeah, 8 bits at a time.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's
But
my DS
again,
Mario
the thing,
Bros. Remake. Where's
thing about-
that for Switch?
I don't know. But the thing with this guy, this Eric Weber guy, is Viewer Anon had said this. It says, "I expect the reviews to be fairly mixed. The critics I saw it with laughed and clapped a lot, but I heard grumbling on the way out from people like Chris Gore. The thing is, though, is Eric Weber saw the movie with Chris Gore. And so, because they're buddies and shit. And he has a live stream. I tuned in for a second because RJ had sent me the link. And he's just all like, the movie sucks, you guys. Like, we just want to watch movies that are fucking fun. Like, why can't we just watch movies that are fun? So I just responded back, you look like the kind of guy who strangles cats for fun. So I don't know what kind of, what you're looking for.
Jarbo, you're unhinged sometimes, man. I don't mean that as like an insult, but
He said you look. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. He said you look like the type of person who strangle cats for fun.
like, what else do I say to that?
I got proof right here. Look, I don't know, man. You look like you strangle cats for fun, so I doubt you enjoy anything.
God damn.
That's just so. I don't even know, bro. Just goddamn.
Damn. I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, I think when it comes to like animation and things that are obviously targeted for families to enjoy, not just adults, but just, it's the general marketing is for families. Like, if you have no kids, shut up. I'm sorry. That's how I feel, because it's like, I don't know why you feel like these shows that are clearly garnered to families and more kid-friendly content that families can enjoy together, and you're just this grown-ass man complaining about a movie that, again, you went there without a child. Shut up. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I mean, it's not weird if you're an adult and go see this. Like, if you like Mario, you like Mario. I'm not judging, but it comes to a point where, like, when you criticizing the Mario movie because it's not like up to your adult standards, like, did you expect Mario to just start decapitating mushroom heads and shit? Like, I'm sorry.
I think the point is, like, temper your expectations, you know?
Right, because it's not going to be something like you can enjoy it as an adult. That's not a problem. But, you have to also understand, like, if you're going into a Mario Brothers movie expecting it to be like friggin' John Wick 4, like I don't know what to tell you, dude. It's supposed to be silly. It's supposed to be like, the kids don't care. They just see Mario and Toad and Princess Peach on the screen. They don't care that much about the story as much as you would care if you're an adult that focuses too much on that. Like, it's not bad just because you particularly didn't enjoy it. It's just you did not like it. There's a difference.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, right? So Eric Weber kind of looks like Vince McMahon from last night.
Oh no!
Looks a little bit. Looks a little.
What happened to Vince? Like, who did this to this man? That's why I want to understand.
Age, darling, age.
No, not that. But I mean, clearly he's dyed his fucking
What
hair
the hell
and
happened to
everything.
Vince
But
McPherson?
I mean,
I like his eyes. He's got nice eyes.
Who, Vince McPherson?
They look beady and like they're gonna like watch you while you sleep.
Wait, you think what? How those? You know what?
I like blue eyes.
Oh, you're referring to the other person.
Yeah,
Okay.
the eyes.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I get some people like blue eyes.
I like how King of Gold State says, I expected John Wick in my Mario 4. I want blood.
here's the thing, like, Bowser torture people.
Jimbo,
like
what is this?
The thing, oh my god, what the fuck is that? That Mr. Clean? Like, why does Mr. Clean's head look like a penis?
Does it show on the screen though, or is it just?
I don't know.
Mr. Peen, Mr. Peen.
What the? Oh my god, Jimbo!
Stop.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, you can see it now.
What, Jimbo? Stop. That's not
That guy
funny.
that has a look like I like my sister, like I like my.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, go back to your regular one. Come on.
What's going on?
You did not. Whatever. Anyway.
I'm dead.
That's not freaking fun. All right,
My God, you guys. All right. Let's move on to talk about Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
So this trailer finally dropped today. So if you guys haven't seen it, we're gonna give it a watch and we'll react to it.
Real quick though, before you do that,
What?
can you just say I was right?
What am I saying you were right about?
Saying it was right. Just say it. That's all
No,
I need.
I want to know what I'm saying she's right about.
Remember back in the day when I first met you, Matt? What did I always say? Blue Beetle was gonna be the blueprint for the DCU. They're gonna make a Blue Beetle movie, and it's gonna be amazing. And then everyone's like, "No one cares about Blue Beetle, Saggy. Blue Beetle's a shitty character. No one cares." And then here we are. So can you just say, yeah, Saggy was right. Blue Beetle.
I mean, you were correct that they made a Blue Beetle movie. It's success.
Blueprint yet.
We have yet to, yeah. I mean, the trailer looks okay. It's not like a bad trailer.
I just want some.
No, I think it's a good
I just wanted
trailer.
to ask Pat. That's all. We can continue.
Okay.
It looks pretty good, but we'll take a look.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's keep going.
Mr. Reyes. You finished scraping the gum off that lounger or what?
Everything right now feels so out of reach.
You always land on your feet, bro. You're Jaime.
They don't get out much. I just want to rap. Jenny?
Guard that with your life, but do not open it.
You went in to get us jobs, and all you brought back was a hamburger.
Okay, I don't think it's a burger.
You haven't looked?
What the hell is that?
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
Carmen.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. What the?
Host acquired.
Who said that? It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Space.
Re-entry systems ready.
Wait, no. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. What is going on? I just wanna rock.
It's called the Scarab. It's some kind of world-destroying weapon. It's designed to protect its host.
This ain't what you want.
Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't.
Body out of here.
I think I cut a bus in half.
The Scarab chose you, but it belongs to me.
The love you feel for your family makes you weak.
I just wanna rock. You gon' kill my car, stand on my money, don't know my side.
The universe has sent you a gift, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do with it.
That's my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up the 5.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Let's party.
Nice choice.
I just wanna rock.
It's like Batman stuff.
Batman's a fascist. I just wanna rock.
So now, yeah, it looks pretty good.
That
Triggered.
That looks really fun to me. Yeah, I mean this in a good way. It looks a little bit corny, as I think some superheroes should be, especially lighthearted ones. It looks like a lot of fun, and it looks pretty good too. Looks pretty stylish. I'm pretty impressed by that trailer. So.
Yeah, I mean it's surprisingly, like, I know I made the joke about Blue Beetle, but like I think it looks great considering the character, and it does look good. The suit looks amazing. It looks like it's going to be a lot of action packed, and it has a lot of, when I talked about it earlier, I said it kind of had, like, somebody brought up a good point in my chat there, like it has a like Tom Holland's Spider-Man feel to it, and I like that. It's nice to have a movie that, it's kind of like that feeling of, it's not too dark, it's not too, I like it.
I'm happy to feel
got that
excited for a
Shazam
DC
vibe.
film. Yeah.
I think it's.
I'm just triggered. This whole trailer triggered me.
It looks like it's going to be fun. It does look a little generic overall, but they're also kind of playing it safe.
I didn't super get that.
That's why I said it's a Shazam movie.
But it's also like anything you can think of, I can create. And I'm like, oh, so it's Green Lantern.
Yeah, I don't know if they should have.
That's what Blue Beetle really was, anyway.
They shouldn't have phrased it that way, but
that is what Blue Beetle's powers are.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
No, that is literally his power set, but perhaps not the best way to say it.
Wait, hold on. Look at this here. It says filmed for IMAX, right? Wasn't this didn't they update this to theatrical while they were filming it? It was filmed for HBO Max first.
Yes, this was really going to be.
Yeah, it was supposed to be.
So filmed for IMAX is a bit of a lie. A little bit of a lie on that one.
Oh yeah, that is a lie.
Well, they might have changed their mind.
Well, they might have shot a couple scenes maybe for IMAX,
or was
so
it
that they're not
compatible for it.
Or I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. But I will say, what cracked me up the most though was the reaction to that Batman line, which I feel has somewhat kind of overshadowed the conversation surrounding the movie, because our good friends over there at Geeks and Gamers, we all know them. They had an interesting take. This is what they had to say.
And the Batman is fascist at the end is just, this is pandering to these stupid fucking 20-year-old furry profile picture, she, them, don't know what your fucking gender is, don't buy comics, don't have money to go to movies. That's who that fucking shit is pandering to. Batman is a fascist. Fuck off with that. That's so stupid. Just slay queen, slay.
So so the thing with that, I saw that clip and I was just like, oh right, like I knew that fascist comment was gonna get people upset, and I literally was like, it's old man humor. That's the point. The guy's older, and that's usually what old people always politics stuff, and everything's political, and it's old man humor.
But the question then becomes, why would he call him a fascist? Now, if you want my honest take on that, I have a feeling George Lopez's character is going to be an ex-felon. And I would argue that the likelihood of him bringing the subject of Batman will come up, and the subject of Batman will be looked at from a felon's perspective, which is that oftentimes Batman supersedes the act of law. He's a vigilante. He captures people outside of the law. He doesn't operate within those bounds. He can use physical force. He can, he does things that are effectively illegal, why he has to hide his face, right? So from a felon perspective, he could say Batman's a fascist. If they tie it into Ben Affleck's Batman, there was a whole thing there about, remember in BVS, Batman was branding people.
Yeah.
Right. Fascism is, and just to kind of give you a simple explanation for it, is a system of government led by a dictator who typically rules by forcefully and then often violently suppressing opposition and criticism, controlling all industry and commerce. Now, granted, Batman doesn't do all of that, but Batman does kind of rule by force. Everyone is afraid of him in the idea of, Gotham and him fighting crime. And he is not stopped by the system. He kind of represents the system. The system looks the other way when it comes to Batman coming knocking on doors. We view Batman as a hero because Batman is stopping crime. But someone who maybe has been on the other side of that would view him as a fascist.
I mean, that too. I mean, like I said, it was just meant to be a joke, especially, like I said, when you're dealing with like older characters, they always make those like old political type jokes. I've seen it many times. So it's like, that's probably a good theory. But like I said, it's not even that big of a deal.
It's also, it shouldn't be read into the way it is, because like it's literally just one line from one character. It's not like, oh, this film endorses the idea that Batman is a fascist.
It's just making a joke about it, really.
Right.
Rational here.
George Lopez made a joke.
I know, right? Oh my God. George Lopez has a mullet in the movie, folks. We should really be talking about that.
Yeah.
But Rational for 5, thank you, buddy, says that Batman line is regarding BVS because this film was originally a DCEU film. Yeah, I said what I said before I saw your super chat. So I agree with that point. I do think that Batman, that's what they're looking at on this one here. And of course, you can't expect an honest take from Ryan Kinnell. You can't expect an honest take from Jeremy. They just don't do it. But what I love though is that the director of the movie, in response to that particular clip, just laughs at it and says, well, my job's done.
That's fucking funny. Because I'm just laughing too, because like people are getting all riled up about George Lopez's opinion on Batman. That's fucking funny.
And it's funny because like, and they're gonna be like, oh god, the director laughs at us. They're gonna milk that. But like, I think like, when I see them say things like that, I'm like, did you guys not get humor anymore? Do you guys just not get some humor? Because it was meant to be a one-off joke. You got these younger people who are like, oh, Batman's cool. And you got the older, the parental figures like, oh, he's a fascist, It's supposed to be like a joke of the expense of the youth versus the old. Even if like Jarbo's theory is not like, it could be, I mean, that makes the most sense. It's probably true. But even if that's not the background story of George Lopez's character, it's still like, to me, when I saw that, I was just like, haha, it's a joke because they're young and they think Batman's cool, and the old people are like, he's a fat. That's like literally conversations you have with the older generation when you talk about modern things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole joke. You got the young people idolizing Batman, thinking Batman's cool. This is cool, like Batman. Oh, Batman's a fascist. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, it's being said by fucking George Lopez.
I know. Take it seriously on that one. Yeah. It's Rationally for 5. Thank you. It says Hamada told Zolo, Blue Beetle will play a very important role in DC, but Gunn is in charge now. So if he gets rid of Zolo, it will look bad on WB. I mean, if the movie doesn't perform, then no one's going to sit there and say anything about that. However, I will say this. the Latino population in this country are the predominant goers of movies. They are. They very much are. They have the highest percentage of the demographic that goes and sees movies are Latino population. And followed by I think it's by whites, and then by Asians, and then by African Americans.
Do you think that we're going to see that translate to higher numbers for this film potentially?
Yes. I mean, there are people that I saw that were like, very excited about this, and they're like, finally a Latino superhero. I saw when Collider said
really
Latinx.
Film like this.
Collider said Latinx though. They were like,
oh no!
Collider's like, it's the first Latinx superhero, and it's like, or Latinx. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't think anybody does.
I usually hear Latinx.
I say Latinx because I'm a gringo. Okay, like, and if you're gonna like, look, if you want me to say Latinx with a hard X, okay, like, fine, but you better there better be a goddamn committee of non-gringos who are behind this, because let's be fair, the people who are pushing it are gringos.
Yeah, like,
right? They're wetas.
As far as I'm concerned,
they're what?
They're wetas. They're white people.
Oh, I thought you said something. I thought you meant something else.
No, whoa. No, I did not. No.
Say that.
Whoa,
I misheard. I freaked out. I misheard.
Jesus
I was like,
Christ, Saggy. What kind of racist do you take me for?
Okay, Zeno.
God. Yeah, am I going into it?
All right.
My God.
Yeah, Blue Beetle. Hopefully it does well.
I was like, Jarbo, no, you didn't, bro. My head.
Just remember the reason why she's here. She's tired, but she can't sleep.
Oh, I'm hearing things. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I heard some shit. I'm so
Happy
sorry.
1:30 a.m. Saggy.
I'm just saying, if you want me to say Latinx with a hard X at the end, there has to be a designated committee to fucking do it. No, otherwise it sounds so dumb. It's all like, look, dude, I'm a white person. I sound words out. That's how this works. You know,
no, I get
you're white.
Yeah, I'm very white. I'm white. I'm the whitest motherfucker on. I'm more white than you, Jimbo.
Are you whippet white?
I don't think so.
Am I whippet white? I mean, that's a question. That's a very personal question.
Well, I was gonna say is I think that it's good when if you go to the comment section of the official trailer that was dropped on the main DC on the channels, you see a lot of Spanish speaking people in the comment section, which I think is great. To see that they are loving this movie, this idea that it is a first time seeing a Latino superhero. So they are definitely excited, because like I said, you could see a lot of Spanish speakers in the comment section saying how much they're excited for this.
And good for them.
I'm very happy.
100% good for them.
I like Black Panther for Latino.
Well, no, but
I'm just saying Latinas better show up to Blue Beetle.
I think they will. I really do.
I said Latinas specifically. You know what I mean.
Are you looking for a date? Like, what's going on? Are you just like,
hey man, we all rocking the Blue Beetle.
I love how people asking what happened to Carlos Mencia. He stole jokes and he got caught, and now he has no career.
Well, Joe Rogan called him out, and that got him. But then again, it's like, it was Joe Rogan then. If Joe Rogan now would have called out Carlos Mencia wouldn't give a shit. So, you know what I mean? But but Joe Rogan back then, when he had clout, and everything, like, way more than he does now. There's that. But yeah, I mean, in Mencia, like, I miss Mind of Mencia. That was a funny show.
Oh Lord.
Hold on. Command unit for $2 here. Saggy, would you give Matt the N-word pass?
Yeah, he can call me his neighbor.
Hoorah! 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 All right.
But you live on the other side of the country, so that might not be necessarily culturally significant.
I saw that comment pop up. I was like, here it comes.
Yeah, you're gonna need like a passport instead of just a pass.
Yeah,
I have a passport.
Jarbo's my neighbor.
Can I wait? Hold on. Do they have N-word passports now?
Lord,
yeah.
Lord.
Hey, do they have what?
Good one, Jarbo. Good one, Jarbo.
And because you get because you were giving the N-word pass, right? You buy your own admission to your friends in a very, very small localized environment. And then
but he's on the other coast.
Lord.
No. All I'm saying is, and then Saggy's like, but that
combo.
doesn't give people the permission to go outside of that and say it.
Right?
How about a passport?
Yeah, so I said, do they have N-word passports?
No, the thing.
Travel internationally.
the thing with that, and I think people don't understand because, like, again, I think it's different parts of the world, right? Because where I grew up, okay, that's a thing. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's a thing. And again, when it's the N-word pass, it's literally like, you can say this around me. If you say it to somebody else outside of me, you get your ass whooped, and I'm gonna laugh at you, type of shit. Like a lot of people out here. And I know it sounds awful because when I talk about this, and there's other Black people, they're just like, "What? We don't do that." And it's like, no, you don't do that there. But where I grew up, all of my cousins, my friends, they would always have that one white friend that they would pick on and make them feel uncomfortable. And they'd be like, "Nah, yeah, you can say it." And the person would look at them like, "Wait, what?"
It's the thing that happens.
You can say it, and they're like, "I don't think
that's 100%. I'm straight up. Yeah, that's
a lot of Black people out here, especially that they fuck with white people like that. That shit's funny to them for some reason.
No. My friend literally made a whole presentation about African American vernacular English, and he made a reference because every single time, like when I first kind of got like friends with the friend group, like years ago. They always would try to get me to say it. I'm just like, what are you trying to do? What's the fucking reason?
Because like to them,
they made a joke in the video about it.
Well, to some of them, it's like they just want to see if you'll do it. They just want to see if you actually will do it. Like King of Golden State says, it's a trap. Like, yeah, some of them they do.
Some of them are traps. Yeah, some of them are. Yeah.
Some of them
I
will do it just to see.
I was in a situation like that back in the late '90s. I had a friend of mine named Carl. Big Black dude, drug dealer, right? Pot dealer and shit. And I'm hanging out at his house one day, and there's a couple dudes from Northeast Portland. Then you gotta remember about Northeast Portland back in the 90s was like hardcore gang territory, like fucking Crips and shit, right? We had a lot of Crips and Bloods in Portland back then. And he's there with a couple dudes from Crips. We're hanging out. They're smoking weed. I'm smoking a cig. And they're like, "Who's this white boy?" You know? And he goes, "Oh, that's Matt. That's my," and he says N-word, you know, with the A ending. And you know, I'm like, "Yep, Carl, you're my boy Carl." And he's like, "No, Matt, come on, say it." And I'm like, say what, Carl?" He's all, say, "Carl, you my," N-word with the A. And I just kind of sat back for a second, and I just kind of looked at the expressions of the two other gentlemen that were there. And they kind of leaned forward, and one of them said, "Yeah, say it." And I'm all like, "No, I'm good." I don't think I saw Carl again after that, to be honest with you. But, you know, because I moved, but.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, people, they fuck with white people like that all the time. But I will answer this question, and I think we can move on from the topic. But Big Rich asked, why is saying the N-word so fascinating? It's because people are told they can't.
Yeah, it's all taboo. It's all taboo.
Yeah, taboo. Once you tell people no, they can't say something, it makes them want to say it more because you're telling somebody they can't say something. Which is why Matt got a lot of shit for that post you made. Remember the one that they always bring up where you asked, you know, why can't we say it or something like that? It's like that was the point he was getting at, is that explaining why people want to say that word so much is because they're told they can't. It's like you said, it's taboo. Just like how you weirdos out there watch Stepsisters.
Thank you. I was gonna make that same comment because it's like if you go to the front page of Pornhub or any fucking porn site, it's all there. It's all there. That's all there is, and it's like it's taboo. That's the whole point. Like I think largely because I was watching a George Carlin clip earlier, that Amazing Atheist shared actually, and it was about words in context. You know, and like it's all about the context. Words are pointless. It's all about the context. What you mean. You know, and so I feel like that's kind of where it's at. But again, it's like, you know, I personally am just like, I'm not a fan of the ER. I'm not a fan of it.
Should be.
It's just, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, but I view like based upon what I've witnessed, what I've been around over the years, like I view the A ending as more of like a colloquial greeting rather than anything else. I don't use it.
Colloquial greeting.
Right. Well, it's kind of because it's so prevalent in pop culture. It is. It's prevalent in pop culture. You listen to rap songs. Those are like
never had the temptation to say it, honestly. Like,
I'm not saying that's good. That's good. You know what I mean? But it's like, and I think to be fair, I think if that word, if there was like again, there's no way this is ever going to happen. It's all on a case by case basis. But I kind of wondered one day, like if it opened up, if magically everyone could say that word, how much of that, if its usage would just go down? Sure, you'd have your initial like everyone's saying it, ha 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 ha, sort of thing. But then after a while, it would just go down.
It would just
You
be
know?
another
Right,
word.
because now it's
fuck.
like, yeah.
Now it's not taboo. Now it doesn't mean anything.
Now it doesn't mean it. But that's
Yeah.
the thing, is that when people, because I see Kenji, what, I'm tired, sorry, but I saw his comment in the chat, and I see this comment before, and I'm like, dude, you are free to feel how you want about that word. Everyone is. No one's gatekeeping. No one's telling you you have no right to feel how you feel. I think that when it came to me and that whole situation, which is what everyone's referring to, is that what I'm comfortable with and what offends me is my prerogative to handle how I see fit. And I don't project my thoughts and how I handle situations on anyone else. If I feel comfortable with people using words around me, that's my comfortability. That's not saying, hey, I'm totally saying you can say it around me, so you can go ahead and say it to Kaiji or any other black person in the chat. Yeah, go ahead. Because I'm black and I let you say it, you can totally say that to other people. That's not how that works with me. That's not how it should work with anybody. It's about my comfortability. Just like some words, like I'm not going to say it because it might get you in trouble, but the R word, the RET word, you know what I'm talking about when you're calling somebody stupid?
I mean, you could have just, yeah, we got the idea.
I mean, art. Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's why I just wanted to
remedial with a hard R.
Right. So when people say that word, there's some people who get offended by that word and some people who don't. Right. Same with the F slur. Some people are offended by it. Some people aren't. There are words that exist that some people are offended by, and some people just don't let it offend them. So if you're offended by a word that somebody uses, that is your right. No one's telling you not to be offended. But if I'm telling you, I don't care because I don't let words hurt me anymore. They used to. And what did that get anybody? Oh, so a racist person called me a bad word, so I'm going to react to that racist person and give them exactly the reaction they were hoping for when they said that word to me. No, I laugh in their face and I walk away. Because, like, what is fighting this person going to really change? Is it going to change their mind? Is that ass whooping you gave them going to change them from being racist? No, it's not. Chances are you might just go to jail for whooping somebody's ass, right? So at the end of the day, like, y'all handle situations like that, how y'all handle it. But what I hate is when people put that on me as if I have no rights as a black person to feel how I feel about those type of issues. Like, I'm black too, you know that, right? Like, I'm allowed to feel how I feel just like you are. But when I feel differently, now all of a sudden everyone gets mad at me and I'm like, I don't care. I feel how I want to feel. And if you don't like it, that's kind of like not my problem. Y'all ain't paying my bills. So, like, I don't really care that much. No offense, not to be mean, but that's just how it is. But every time we have these conversations, I'm just like, guys, I'm not telling you that things are right or things are wrong. I'm saying, like, for me, this is what I and how I handle things. You guys handle them the way you want to.
Yeah. Wow. Todd with $100.
Holy crap.
Dude. Fuck, Todd. Thank you. Jarbo, you always told me karaoke is more important than comic book movies, TV shows, and plain old comic books. Can you please right now sing Celebration by Kool and the Gang?
Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
I guess I have to. If that's
you have to for a hundo.
I can't for a hundo. Yeah. God, love you, Todd. You
damn, $100.
$100. Celebration by Kool. I don't even know if I know this one. I should know this one, right?
You know, really?
I probably do.
Really?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Real quick before you do that, McLeod, I'm not saying that there's no consequences. I'm saying, like, if you're stupid enough to go out on the streets and say a racial slur to someone's face, consequences are a thing. I have nothing against that. It's just with my consequences, I'm just gonna laugh at you and walk away because like that's my consequence.
Here's the thing. Again, it's like if you walk out on the street and you are dressed like Bruce Willis in the opening of Die Hard with a Vengeance. You know, when you guys remember that movie where they send him into Harlem wearing a sandwich sign that says "I hate N-word"?
What? I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
What?
Yeah, that's how he meets Samuel Jackson in the movie.
I have to go back and watch that.
Dude, it's like, like they send him into
they
send him into Harlem wearing an "I hate N-word" sandwich sign.
Yes.
And everything else. And it's just like, I mean, they did it. And Samuel Jackson ends up, that's how they become friends in the movie and shit. It's just crazy. All right. Yeah, I will do that. But there's a couple quick supers I need to catch up on before we do all that. Okay, because then we're gonna move on to other stuff there. All right. Ash here, thank you, says Chuds are gonna lose their mind if Chung-Li is as a person of color. I mean, I think they would be fine with her being a person of color. I think they would lose their minds if like Chung-Li was black. You know, like
isn't she already a person of color?
Yeah. Like if she's like if she's like not of Asian descent, I think they'll be upset.
For them to be angry about like a person of color being cast as a person of color would be just like completely mask off. I don't think they're gonna do that anytime soon.
Well, here's the thing on it. You can't have Chung-Li not be Asian. That just like it's her name is Asian.
Her name, yeah. Good
her
point.
name is Asian.
Yeah, Chung-Li. It's in the name. But yeah. I also Ash here for $2 says check your DM. This is what Ash had sent me. I don't really know what this is.
Oh wait, what the fuck?
I hate you.
Are you kidding me?
I don't. What is this?
Take this off.
What? Don't you guys? I mean,
I hate you.
No,
is this from something? I don't know what this is from.
Not my thing, Jarbo.
No one wants to see Peach's feet. Okay, like what? Why? Why would
I mean, like,
get it off the screen, please?
Yeah, I don't want to see.
Well, the idea is to get off.
Peach ass is one thing, but
nobody wants to see Peach's tiny chubby.
I don't want to see shit from.
Oh, Ash says that's a joke. Okay, well.
All right, and then Command Unit here says, can't wait for Batman to run for president. Back on the whole fascism thing, that'd be pretty funny. You know what, Batman? I think Batman would win. I think it would be pretty much honestly. I really do. I think so. And then
I'm the president.
Yeah, vote for me. I'll stop crime. But you haven't really stopped it in Gotham, have you? I don't have control over Congress.
Batman's a fascist.
Yeah, Batman. There you go. Command Unit for 5, thank you, says there's a coffee place called the N-Word that I bought coffee from. The word is casual in some language, and for some, it's the scientific name.
What?
Now, are you talking about like, are you referring to like the Spanish pronunciation of black?
El Negro?
Yeah.
To the YouTube employee watching this, please take a look at who is on panel.
The YouTube employees watching this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in Spanish. What are they gonna friggin' like ban him for saying a word in Spanish?
No. Well, yeah, they would.
Just don't pull a Xeno, and you should be fine.
I mean, yeah, we're good. Hold on. I need to cover my own ass real quick. Okay, let me just add these. This should work. Oh, come on, god damn it.
Do some ad libs.
Oh, darn it, it's not on there. Or maybe it will be here in a second. Oh, there we go. No, damn it. Saggy's, I changed Saggy's name, but I have the other image blocking it. There we go. Saggy Melons, aka Token.
Oh, Lord.
Jarbo, Jesus Christ.
What? Wait,
no.
You mean
that's not right.
You mean that Saggy changed her name to that, right?
Sure, no. Yeah. Saggy changed her name.
God. Canceled.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Get canceled, buddy.
You're out of line,
I'm already
Jarbo.
called people's tokens, so I mean, fuck it, why not?
That's tokenism, Jarbo. Literally.
I love how I can't just be a black person who thinks differently than other black people without being called a token, which is funny because I know a lot of black content creators who think like me and cover stuff like this, and I'm just like, they get called Token and Uncle Tom's and shit, and I'm just like, that
ain't good.
Yeah.
I think people have their own thoughts and their own opinions, and unfortunately, our society is very crazy with that shit. So, all right, here. So, before we get into the extraction and the final conversation about Harry Potter, which is going to be, in no way controversial, let's sing "Celebrate."
Oh God, I'm muting.
So,
are we all singing or just you?
He says he wants me to do it, but I could appreciate any kind of, because again, I have got my whole issue with my throat, so I may have to cough during it. I'm just saying.
I can do it
because I'm still fighting this cold, so it is what it is. I'm just telling you right now. All right, watch views dip. Tony, that's fine, man. That's fine.
Rip.
With $100 super chat, that kind of covered the spread I need to get. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Spread.
That's an instant payout.
Yes, it is instant payout. Yeah. All right, let's. Oh God.
I got you, Jarbo. I got you.
All right. Let's do this.
Hey, Blue Buck Theater.
Yeah, baby.
Matt Jarbo.
Yeah, baby. Jiggly, jiggly, jiggly.
What the fuck?
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
This your celebration. Yahoo! This your celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. Bring your good times and your laughter too. We gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on, celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. Literally, let's do it. Up to you. What's your pleasure? Butt stuff. Everyone around the world, come on. It's a celebration.
Hey.
Yahoo! It's a celebration. That's right. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Stop.
It's a celebration. Celebrate good times. I can't hit the high notes. I'm gonna cough. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. Yeah, all right. Wahoo! Remember, folks, dicks out for Harambe.
Get out.
Yahoo!
Get out of your own stream.
Rest in peace, King. Celebrate good times. Come on. Dicks out for Harambe. Celebrate good times. Come on. He was assassinated by the state.
I don't think he had a good time during that.
Celebrate good times. Come on. Celebrate good times. Come on. Be alright. Celebrate good times. Come on.
I hate everything about this.
There we go. I did it for $100. There you go. You fucking monsters.
You could have picked a better song with more lyrics.
No, it's fine. That's fine.
killed
That's
it,
very
Jarbo.
fine.
You
That's
fucking
totally
killed
fine.
it.
I even got in a Harambe message because we need to,
Yeah, but you know what? That was really ill-fitting because that was. I don't think Harambe was having a good time at all, man.
you know what? Harambe was just trying to save that kid and he was assassinated by the state for it. All right. I'm just saying.
I mean, wasn't Harambe? He was a silverback, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a silverback. They're very unpredictable. I mean,
A silverback.
just saying.
Oh my god.
The silverback, man. Silverbacks are aggressive as fuck.
Oh my god, that's fucked up. I can't believe that just happened.
What? What happened? What
Jarbo did a musical number and he was like, "Yeah, Harambe." Like
that whole thing was sad, but again, I mean, it was a silverback gorilla. That was like
a higher form of fucking life.
Listen, there was a 50-50 that gorilla was gonna kill that kid or save that kid. I mean, either way, if it was a female, I would have been like, yeah, maybe the female would have been like more maternal, but like it was a male silverback gorilla. You do not play around with silverback gorillas.
Yeah, but Blessing is right. Dicks out for Harambe. Dicks out for Harambe.
Why?
You know what's funny is I only lost 5 viewers left. That was it. 5 viewers
Only
left during
5
that.
viewers.
Only like
Wow,
5 or 6 people left. Yeah,
wasn't
people
too long
stayed
of a
through
song,
that.
then.
I know. 3 minutes isn't so bad. If it was like a fucking, a longer one, that's a problem there. But all right, thank you for that.
Dollar bills, y'all. Sorry.
Thank you. All right, let us move on. Extraction 2 had a teaser come out today. Did you guys see this one?
I didn't even see Extraction 1.
Dude, Extraction 1 is so fucking good.
It's John Wick level awesomeness.
Is that Chris Hemsworth, or I can't see?
That is Chris Hemsworth, yeah.
Okay.
So, and this is the trailer that they dropped.
Move.
Tyler, you were clinically dead 9 months ago. But you fought your way back. You came back for this. Why?
Was supposed to be on fire during that scene, or if they just said keep going.
No, it was. I mean, it was definitely like a thing they did because it was probably a quick cut. But that looked awesome.
The Russos put this together. I didn't know that.
The Russos. Well, okay. So I actually did a Podio commentary on this last year, and the story of Extraction was actually one that was created. It was a graphic novel actually written by Joe and Anthony Russo. And then the director was actually Chris Hemsworth's stunt double on the last couple like Avengers movies. And so as a result, they got him to they brought him in, and he wanted to direct the movie, and they went over and they did this one. And Extraction 1 is great. It's like, it's fucking violent. It's very violent. It's like,
it looks great, but sorry.
What's so fucking funny?
Fucking command unit. No, the other one.
Matt, you have it.
You have a hidden talent, please. He paid $100, command unit. $100. All right. I'm just saying, like, look, man, we watch fucking 40K. Not everyone likes 40K. Okay. Like, this is like, I'm out here just trying to make an honest day's fucking work. Okay.
That's fucking brutal.
That's what I'm.
That is fucking brutal.
Savage God.
That was definitely savage.
Fuck yeah, command unit.
That was definitely good. That was definitely good.
I saw it pop up and I read it. I just started dying. I'm sorry.
That was fucking funny. I'll grab that one there. Anyway, yeah, thank you for that. Also, Matt Jarbo's Puffalicious Nipples. Do you really want me by DeBuzz? Dude, my voice is like I'm feeling it on my voice still. So no, that was a very special occasion because of the significance of the donation. So
saying give him $95 more and he'll do it.
No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Give him $95.
Matt's an even better rapper. Shut up, Ash.
Oh my god.
$95, he'll do it.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't matter if you paid $100 no singing. I'm all like, well, again, it's we should relegate to a karaoke night, and then just go from there.
Night.
I don't know. I mean, people like it when I sing terribly. They get a kick out of it.
Hold on, is the guy named Music Man not liking music?
No. I think Music Man very much likes music. He doesn't like me to sing.
Yeah, he doesn't consider what Matt does. To
Music Man, for the record.
That's a very astute point, Anna. Thank
his
you.
celebration song, he actually did okay. It wasn't like he didn't butcher it like he does other songs. It was tolerable compared to the other stuff he said.
Because there's like melodic tone to that one. You can actually like let's okay, fuck Jesus. But I'm also guys. I have a cold. Like I've been suffering from a cold now for over a week.
excuses.
You know, it like literally like I finally started being able to talk again and shit. And you guys want me to start singing shit. Fucking thank you, but goddamn. I want to get better.
All right,
Anyway.
you want to get better too, but we have to.
Fine. Well, what about having you sing it?
What is the song?
Do You Really Want Me by Da Buzz?
Do I know that song?
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of like Circle says, unless it's a designated karaoke night, it's just kind of not fun on a regular stream, just my opinion. I mean, I do agree. Because it's kind of like I have other things I want to get to. But Todd is a a good supporter of the channel, and it's fun to do every once in a while, and that was it. Let's move on there to talk about oh dear Lord.
I have opinions.
Oh, I have a lot of opinions. So Moana is getting remade as a live action. You know what? I'm just gonna play the video of it because The Rock here put out a little video to kind of coincide with this, and it's God, watch this.
Everyone from beautiful Hawaii. We are here on the island of Oahu, where I did a lot of my growing up. As you know, Hawaii means so much to my family and me, and the traditions of our ohana, or ainga, as we say in Samoa, were shaped by these incredible islands. The Pacific Islands and their cultures inspired a very special story, one that you all know very well. And that story is, drum roll please, Moana! That's right. We are so excited and happy to announce that a live-action reimagining of Moana is in the works. Moana, Gramatala, the music, the dance, Te Fiti, Pua the pig, the village, the beautiful, powerful ocean, and one more, what's that guy's? Oh,
it's Big Ego.
Hey Hey the chicken. Kidding. Hey Hey's gonna be in it, but of course Maui will be in it too. As many of you may not know, the brilliant team at Disney Animation, my partners, we found so much inspiration for Maui in the mana and the presence of my late grandfather, the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia. He would walk in, light up the room, the energy, the tattoos, the hair, the bod. When you're staring at a demigod. Thank you. Sorry, I get caught up in the moment. So as you guys can see, perfect timing as the sun comes out, just how deep this story is for me. Because in a way, when I bring Maui to life, I'm doing it in the spirit of my grandfather. So, it's still very early in the process. There's so much more work to be done, but until then, there is one more thing that I need to kick this journey off right. Hey girls, do you want to get that special thing that Daddy needs? Wow, you guys are Daddy's daughters. You are so strong. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna go in the ocean, yes. Oh, look at the love I have. Is Daddy Maui?
No!
You guys want ice cream?
Yes!
See, so Daddy's Maui.
Yes!
See, that's the Rock I like to see, though.
Yeah,
I'm not. Me back a little bit.
Not. It's a nice little thing, sure. At the same time, though, the movie came out 7 years ago. All right,
the movie basically came out like 2 months ago.
I literally just watched it again the other day on Disney Plus. It's just, the movie is still relevant in many
fresh
ways
in people's minds.
Yeah,
and modern. And I don't get it. Like even getting to like 10 years, like that's when a conversation can maybe be had with like a video game or a film. Like once you reach that 10-year mark, maybe you can be like, all right, well, we can maybe start talking about the idea of this. But it hasn't even been that long. It really doesn't feel like it's been that fucking long, because when did this come out? 2016, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I get that.
Oh man, when culture took a big fat fart.
I mean, I get that, but see, this is different compared to his Black Adam fiasco, because he already played the character. He's familiar with the story arc, and it's part of his culture. It's part of his history, and he wants to do something for his family. And he said he's doing it for his grandfather. So I mean, there's a lot
by
of
doing the same fucking story again,
I don't want to
but in live action.
Listen, Jimbo and Anna, you don't have kids. Shut up.
Whoa. No. Look, I can tell that Dwayne Johnson, I can tell that the Rock is really fucking passionate about this. I can tell, based on how he talked about it compared to some other things that seem a lot more fucking corporate out of him, that he actually does seem to give a shit about, Moana. But this is too soon.
Who cares? Like, who cares if they do it? If they did it like later on down the line, The Rock's gonna be old anyways, and like, who cares? I don't care.
Who cares if he's wasting an entire crew of people's time just for a passion project that only really he has passion about?
But here's the thing, though, we don't know that. And again, it's Disney. It's a Disney movie. These things. Remember the conversation we had about the families? It's for families and for kids. The kids will love it.
You know what I think?
Well,
I
mean,
think
look,
The Rock just wants to feel special.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Also, is they put out a teaser today for The Little Mermaid, and it looks like ass. Right? The Lion King looked like ass. Even though like it had the visual effects went on to become the basis for The Mandalorian. Aladdin
I didn't mind it.
Looked like ass in many ways.
What?
Aladdin looked like ass a little bit.
Well, let's just list off of every live action movie that Disney's done because they're so not creative anymore. They just have to take all their hit anime pieces.
Aladdin looked pretty.
No, Aladdin wasn't a terrible movie. I enjoyed Aladdin for what it was. I'm just saying it's like it was in my mind like The Lion King, Aladdin. Like a lot of these remakes are just like Dumbo was shit. They're just like they're cash grabs. We know they're cash grabs, but they work. So like. When you talk about like if you wanted to like the live action Beauty and the Beast did $1 billion when that came out 6 years ago, and that obviously is going to fuel Disney. Like I'm now at this point just going like, okay, how long until you guys go, let's do a live action Frozen, right?
No, don't put that out in the ether.
God!
Oh, it's already, it's already fucking out there. It's Iger is doing
Frozen's
everything
older.
he can right now.
Frozen's older than Moana.
It is by a couple years, yeah, by a couple years.
2013.
But at least that one has a sequel. Moana doesn't.
Oh my god, no.
So no, it's terrible. It's no a live action Zootopia.
Yeah, with fursuiters.
Oh my god, no! You are no. I swear to God, that's.
Get him in a cells. Get out.
I'm gonna put that. That's my 13th reason. That is my 13th reason.
Whoa, Jimbo.
No, I'm dead ass. That's no, dude.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you're saying that a live action? Who the fuck is clicking their mouse?
Anna.
That was not me.
No, I think it's Jimbo. He's got like his shit is cranked up.
It's just it's just that mouse. But no, like for real, I'll tell you a story because like, so a bunch of furries came into my work, right? This is. So this is
story time with Jimbo.
Okay, sorry, Jimbo, give me a second, because like whenever you start a story with a bunch of furries,
no. So this is I clocked in later than this. This was told by my boss. This was fucking hilarious. It's kind of fucked up. So all right. So basically, they kind of walked in. They instantly were kind of taken back, like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are they dressed up like a fucking tiger or where the fuck it is? And so instantly they start asking questions like, what's going on? And she was like, yeah, instantly, as soon as they walked in and kind of somewhat approached us, it's almost like we came in contact with like a pile of dead bodies. It smelled rancid. And we're like, what the hell is that? They looked at like this, you know how like some suits or whatever the fuck it is has like a white belly or whatever, but apparently it was so that their suits were so dirty that they're just like stained black. But that's besides the point. The thing, so they started asking them because they're looking for what dog collars or whatever at the place.
Oh my god!
And they just were like, we don't have any dog collars. No, and that's the honest truth. But the thing is, what's even more fucked up about it is the response. So they're like, oh yeah, we're just looking for for these collars for our cats, and they're just instantly like what? And they're like, yeah, we have 7 cats, but 4 are living.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I get what you're saying, Jimbo. I think
Jimbo. What?
What is going on here? I don't even
what's
know.
going on, Jimbo? I don't know what's going on.
They said they have 7 cats, but 4 are living. And so instantly they're like, what happened to the other 3? And they never answered. They never answered their questions. So
Wait, hold on. Wait, Jimbo, did you say they had 7 cats and only 4 are living? And you said what happened to the other 3? Your math ain't mathing, my guy.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what they exactly said. This is why we literally had a whole discussion about this after they told me the story. Because I thought the same thing too. They like, what do you mean you have 7 cats but 4 living? Where's the other 3? And they would not answer. And so, morbidly as I am at fucking 10:30 in the morning, I'm like, yay, at least we know where the fursuits come from.
Jimbo, I'm sorry. I just made one joke about fursuiters. That's all. I
don't know. I'm just sorry. It's just so fucking weird. So now I just been bullying my boss and saying, so for our next like giant event, are we gonna have like a fucking furry party and we're just gonna set up like a giant playpen, put some fucking litter boxes in the middle of the floor, and have them just lick each other's assholes or some
Jesus
shit?
Christ.
Moving the fuck on.
Yeah, Dwayne.
That was the most random ass story.
I mean, that was like, yeah, look, I can derail my own streams. Jimbo just straight up like gave it cancer. I don't even know what the fuck happened.
He just blew up.
Literally dropped like 10 fucking viewers, like just instantaneously. It dried up like Saggy when RJ talks.
True.
Anyway, there's a couple supers that came on in here. Ash saying here the hierarchy of the Disney animation is about to change, and then King Golden State also saying the hierarchy of Disney animated universe is about to change.
Oh my god! Yeah, he wants an easy W to feel better about himself after that short. You know, this wouldn't happen. I guarantee you, The Rock was like, "Come on, give me something, give me something." You know.
Well, I think he's also teaming up with $7. This is also a $7 production.
Oh, this is gonna be a $7 production.
And what I think it is I think that $7 Productions entered into a development deal with Disney. That's why they did Jungle Cruise. And they're supposed to be doing Jungle Cruise 2, and I think that's still going to happen. But they're probably like, well, we need to be more cautious with like what we make. So we might as well just what would make more money? Would it be Jungle Cruise 2, which makes no fucking sense given the ending of that movie? Or would it be a live action Moana? Because the first one went on to go do 644 million worldwide. So what would actually do more money? Probably a live action Moana.
You know what? I hope that the live action Disney remakes hopefully stop performing as fucking well, because I don't think there's not really nostalgia for this that's pulling in, like, because a lot of the movies like Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King, the advantage that they had is the people who originally saw them now have kids and are growing up. But Moana doesn't have the benefit of that shit yet.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the movie a year before my daughter was born, my 5-year-old, and we watched the movie a bunch even now. So yeah, like I was even the other day singing along to Shiny, like I played that music video on YouTube and stuff.
Let's not talk about the biggest disadvantage that this movie has going for it, though. That'll probably mean it'll perform poorly. I mean, it has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it.
Well,
the first one did too.
Well, the first one, I mean, yes, he was in it. That was a big part. But again,
but he wasn't the
star.
But
again, like Lin-Manuel Miranda did it. Like, is Dwayne gonna do "You're Welcome"? As a production, like it doesn't make. Are they gonna get back Jermaine Clement as the fucking as the crab? Is he gonna sing "Shiny" like he's David Bowie? Like,
no, it's gonna be all new celebrities that are relevant to today.
It's gonna be like Macklemore has the fucking
Macklemore.
Right.
Well, I mean, I don't. When it comes to like Disney, like I get why they're doing the live action stuff. Like, do I agree that it's a little too soon because most of the live actions they're doing are based on older movies that came out a long time ago? Like, that formula made sense. This not as much, but at the same time, like, you know what? If they want to do it, let them do it. I think when it comes down to it, it's for families, it's for kids. As long as they show up and see it, I don't care. I probably will see it just out of pure curiosity because I've been watching the live action movies because I want to see what they do with it. Like, I loved Aladdin. I loved Aladdin. I thought Will Smith was a interesting.
Thanks for coming on in, Sag. You really appreciate that.
Yeah, anyway.
I mean, listen, I thought Aladdin did really well, considering, like I said, they did.
No, it did do well. It did over $1 billion.
Will Smith did a really decent job considering he had to step in some big shoes with Robin Williams, and he did a good job. I think he nailed it.
Yeah, I think it sucked the fat cock.
I like his version of the songs. No, I listen. Considering the fact that what do you mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, listen. I think that what Will Smith did with those songs, considering he's not a real singer, I thought it was good. I think those songs kind of slap a little bit.
Wait. Do you not consider rap singing?
Rap is not singing, rap is rapping. That's why it's called rapping, not singing.
Oh my god.
I mean,
rapping is rapping, bro. It's not,
are you telling me that rappers can't carry a tune? It's
I'm gonna
just
defer to Snaggy's opinion.
have you not heard Eminem try to sing on his own tracks?
Have you? I mean, it sounds better than other people making
Have
me
you
try to
heard
sing.
Will Smith sing?
I have not.
Okay, yes, you have.
No, I have because I saw Aladdin.
Yes, exactly. And his singing is not that great, which is why he incorporated a lot of rap lyrics into his songs because he's not that great of a singer.
Yeah, he sucks dick at singing.
But
No,
no,
I'm going to get to it, CJH. I just try to keep him on point. I try to keep him on point. So Maverick here for 5. Thank you. Says, oh Lord, I just got here. Is Dwayne Johnson going to make Moana about Maui? Is the hierarchy of the Disney universe about to change? Again, that's going to be on his, when he dies, on his tombstone will be the hierarchy of heaven is about to change. That will be on the Rock's tombstone when he dies.
I'm going to usurp God.
You know, it's all like, you know, yeah, it's going to be like pecking order of heaven. You know, like St. Peter, God, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know. I mean, look, the thing is, I know a lot of comments in the chat are saying like, you know, The Rock and his ego, and in fact, Command Unit said the ego needs to be made aware of how he looks.
Good point.
And what I feel this is, again, what I really feel this whole thing is, you know, Dwayne has a development deal, and they talk to Iger, who is trying to play up member berries like crazy right now because they need to find a way to revitalize the parks and to bring people in. Skywalker Brian said that the voice for Moana is not going to be in the movie, but I read that she was going to be in the movie. So there's that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't quite know what's going on because I read she was, but I don't care.
I hope she is because that song she sings slaps.
Oh yeah, no, she's really good in the movie. She's like, you know, like the whole movie, she's fantastic in that film. And you know, so it's like if you don't have the actress playing Moana, because she was 14 when the movie came out, right? She was 14 when she recorded her lines for Moana. Now she's 22. So it's not to say that like she can't go back and do it. She's just not. It's just going to be like, you know, a little bit different. I don't know. It's just, why touch it? It's just, what's fucking next? Are we going to find out next year that like due to the success of the Encanto live at the Hollywood Bowl, Disney's doing a live action Encanto movie?
Well, you know? So here's the reason why I'm disagreeing with y'all, because Disney has already done live action versions of all this shit. It's called Disney on Ice or Disney on Stage. They've already done it. It's just now they're doing it on, you know, in movie form. So they've already done Moana on Ice and Moana on Stage. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Have you guys ever been to Disney on Ice, by the way?
First time I've heard good things about it, though.
Dude, I love the first time I went to a Disney on Ice. Oh my God, it was amazing. They even incorporated Kingdom Hearts, which was great. It was the first time I heard one of Hutada. Anyways, I can gush over that. But they've been doing technically live action Disney stuff for a while now. It's just, you know, they don't do it theatrical. They do it on like, you know, Disney on Ice or in plays and shit. But like, I'm not that bothered by this. Like, I think if The Rock's working, he has his production company, it makes sense why he wants to, I don't know, make stuff through his production company. And I think because he's already done work with this property, it just makes the most sense why he would be doing it. And again, I think having his kids there, you know, I remember the first time when he was doing interviews about his role in Moana, where he mentioned his kids. That's why they brought that up. Am I Maui? And they're like, no, like that's something he talked about before. His kids don't recognize him as Maui. And I think it's cute. He wants to do it. This to me feels more genuine and more, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it.
It definitely is a lot more genuine than when it was going out promoting Black Adam.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, it feels more like this is a move that's more genuine and authentic than when he was trying to do Black Adam. This just seems like this actually does seem like a passion project for him that I can actually be like, oh, that's nice. He wants to do it for his family, and that's cute.
I agree. It seems like there's, you know, more positivity involved in this. And I like to see that. I like to see that.
And I actually think he'll do it probably better than he did Black Adam, because at least with this, he actually is more familiar with the property than he was with Black Adam.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wear a wig. And so that's something he wouldn't do for Black Adam.
Yep. Yeah, because if he doesn't wear that wig, then this entire movie is gonna flop, and then his next movie is gonna be a literal $7 production.
Oh yeah, I would just say it's like, look, okay, I looked up the yes, the voice of Moana, and they're both exec producing, but it didn't say that she's not starring in it, at least according to the article I read.
Right. Wait, real quick. Hold on. Are you saying, sorry, somebody in the chat was just like, Saggy, that's different from making a live action movie adaptation, something that's already available to watch to begin with. Come on now, girl. And I'm like, bro, everything that is Disney right now is available to watch, whether it's live action. You can go back and watch Cinderella. You can go back and watch Beauty and the Beast. They all still exist. You can still go back and watch it. I don't think I don't think it matters. I like I said, the timing I get, but like, who cares, man? It's a kids movie. Let the kids have something.
Jimbo headed off. Good night.
The kid, yeah, he had to go to bed. Yeah, but wait, but the kids already have the animated movie. Like,
but they have all the other animated movies, Matt. Like, did the Little Mermaid just evaporate into dust because they're making a live action?
I mean, I'm hoping that the live action evaporates into dust, but you know.
I mean, I'm sure, but I'm saying, like, all these live action adaptations, if like I didn't even bother watching The Lion King. I watched snippets of it. I watched some of the iconic songs. They changed Be Prepared. I was like, nope, I'm never watching this movie. But I can always go back and watch the original Lion King, because that is the more
Yes, it doesn't take anything away, but it's like the idea here essentially boils down to the concept of why spend all that money on making this thing that is not going to have any kind of cultural relevance.
Listen,
you know what I mean? And that's I think that's a fair criticism to make at Disney right now. And I think Marvel's feeling that as well. And Star Wars, you know, is trying to get away from that to an extent, but they're still very much in the whole member berries game.
Yeah, but Disney has fuck you money. They don't care.
They don't have as much fuck you money as you might think, because that's why they're in the situation. Ash here for 2, thank you, says, where's Kathleen Kennedy when you need her? I don't quite know what she would do in this particular situation, but
you know what's a bigger topic that people should be talking about other than this stupid shit that's more important than involving Disney?
What?
Mickey Mouse is public domain next year.
Well, no. It's not. It's only one a Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse. That's it.
Right, but that's still a big deal.
That is a big deal, and they're trying to stop that. They're very much trying to stop that.
They're trying to extend it. Haven't they successfully done that before, though?
I mean,
well, they didn't do Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why they didn't try to fight for that.
Well, because Winnie the Pooh is based off of it's a book. It's a book.
Mickey Mouse is literally their mascot. Like,
yeah. So like, what Steamboat Willie wasn't Mickey Mouse, right? Like, I think that's the difference there, though. Is that like eventually it's going to be a thing, and who knows what's going to like. Personally, more things need to go into the public domain.
I agree. The public domain is important.
It is very important, which is one of the that's just where we are with a lot of this shit. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Matt Jarbo's Pupflicious Nipples is asking Saggy to sing Do You Really Want Me by DeBuzz.
I don't know that song, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, look, let's just again, we did one karaoke. I think that's fine. We'll put a pin in that one we'll do another karaoke night. So when my voice gets better. All right. We'll figure out a way and we'll do it. Ryan here also for $2 says you should watch the Howard trailer. I know you sent it to me. I forgot what that is about, though. A lot of stuff on that one. All right. Let's see here. Ash says she would make sure. Kathleen Kennedy, if she was in charge, would make sure Moana's live action would never see the light of day. There you go.
I'll get it.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. It's because she's had so many announcements that haven't come to fruition.
Because she sucks as a, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Just but anyway, let's. We've been on for 2 hours, so the last 2 stories to get to, but they're connected. Game of Thrones prequel series, Aegon's Conquest, being talked about for being created.
Another one of these.
Another one. Well, but again, I'll talk about that here in a second. So according to this, it says HBO is considering developing a new prequel for the Game of Thrones about Aegon Targaryen's conquest of Westeros, according to exclusive sources. The project is still in its early stages with no writer attached. However, HBO is said to be keen to move forward and enter the development stage. It's also rumored that the project may include a feature component where HBO and Warner Brothers would produce a film that would lead to the potential series. The story will follow Aegon and his sister wives, Visenya and Rhaenys, as they use their army and 3 dragons to conquer 6 of the 7 kingdoms of Westeros, with the exception of Dorne making Aegon the first king of Westeros and the founder of the Targaryen dynasty. The events occurred approximately 300 years before the events of Game of Thrones. Sorry, I'm like, what?
No, I'm just laughing because I'm like, why are we like going all the way back? Like Game of Thrones, for the record, wrapped up, but like I get it. But
because
like,
they don't want to go forward.
Like, yeah, they're just going back. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like House of Dragons was amazing. It was great to have Game of Thrones back, and I thought House of Dragons was really good, very well done. And I think like, sure, I guess.
I mean, you know why they don't want to go forward, right? I think it's plainly obvious.
Well, because what else can they do?
Well, I mean, yeah, they have to just keep going backward for now.
Well, I mean, okay, so it makes sense, like in that regard, about going backwards because that's some stuff that they can talk about. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, we already know how the battle for the Iron Throne ends. We already know about the ending of the Targaryen bloodline. The ending of the Targaryen dynasty, so to speak, you know, and everything else. And we know all that. So it's like, it's just going back and filling in a lot of the backstory. Now, the key interesting thing here is whether or not they decide to add a feature component to it, meaning producing basically a pilot movie that would serve as a theatrical lead-in to the show. And that is really fascinating because when Game of Thrones was going into its final season, I said what they should do is they should take the first 2 episodes of Game of Thrones final season and release it in theaters. Do a Fathom event, whatever, right? But build up that way because there's so much hype. You're going to get people to go see it in theaters. And this would kind of be the same thing. And again, having the dragons with all that money behind it going on the big screen, people are going to show up for that. And that could be a good injection into really getting that off the ground.
I actually disagree. I think that this project should be a movie because I feel like it's a shorter story that doesn't need to be told in as great in depth as like House of Dragons. I think that this project should be just a movie. And I also see people in chat saying about the Jon Snow show, and I get that, but it's like,
well, that's filming right now.
Be focusing on that then.
But that's filming right now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if they want to do this story, this prequel, I think they should just do it in a movie because it ties into House of Dragons, which House of Dragons eventually leads into, you know, Game of Thrones. So, you know, the Mad King and stuff like that. So I think that if they were going to do this, they should do it as a movie because like I don't need another prequel show about the Targaryen.
Well, when you're pulling in 10 million people watching an episode, you know, like you could find a way to do both. That's essentially what it's boiling down to, is like they can make that money and then they can also have that transfer right into a TV show. So then you've got all the new merch and that's going to sell like hotcakes. And you got all the DVDs and all the 4K shit and that's going to sell really well. There's a lot in the ancillary market that they're going to be able to do. But I think it's an interesting, I think under the right development, right? Like, I think that's going to be very fascinating to see if that works out. And again, where Warner Brothers is right now is very much in the space of looking at whatever IPs they can and figure out how to use them and build off of them, probably as a way to mimic some of the aspects of the DCEU, right? Or the DCU. Having it be kind of very connected, multiple series, multiple shows, things like that, which brings me to the final story of the night. Harry Potter, the TV series, which flat the fuck out. I called that a while ago, just to quickly toot my own horn.
Fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right.
Yeah, Raise Your Fist is a psycho, but I like that clip. Because I don't know if you know about that, Saggy. I was saying this forever, that they should do that. Warner Brothers Discovery should do Harry Potter as a 7-season show and really dive into the books and really expand on the story. And a lot of people are not very happy about this. I got a lot of comments like, why? Like, the movies are perfect. There's no point of going back. And I'm all like, there's actually so much that the movies left out. There is so much that the movies left out.
And there's so much of the world we didn't get to see.
Exactly. You know, and there's things that were changed and there's things that were all that shit. And it's just, it's just like, it's crazy how, you know, like what they, because here, okay, here's the thing. Let me just kind of pull from the article what it's saying. Okay. So Warner Brothers Discovery is reportedly close to securing a deal for a Harry Potter based TV series, according to anonymous sources. Each season would be based on one of J.K. Rowling's 7 books. This would be a cornerstone of the new streaming strategy that is to be announced next week by HBO's parent company, Warner Brothers. Rowling will be involved in the series to ensure that its loyalty to the original material will not. To make sure. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. To make sure that there's continuity in the books, but will not be the show runner, which is something that a lot of people would have issues with if that was the case. However, the deal has not been confirmed, and a spokesperson for Warner Brothers declined to comment. But the thing is, though, is that these movies have pulled in $7.7 billion just theatrically, not including VHS sales, DVD sales, Blu-ray sales, and 4K sales. Never mind all the merchandise. Never mind the 2 fucking theme parks. Even the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which had its problems, still did pull in some money originally. You know, there's a lot of love. And let's not even fucking forget how popular was Hogwarts Legacy.
I mean, it was popular for the controversy. I think the game died down.
It was a single player game.
It's a single player game. Yeah, that's always going to die off. Right? But the thing is, though, according to what I found here, players invested 406 million hours into the game. You know, and that's like 12 million copies were sold of Hogwarts Legacy. So any way you want to slice it, the Harry Potter brand is doing okay. Now, one thing that popped up yesterday, which is why I find this article today rather interesting, is yesterday there was an article flown around here that J.K. Rowling's anti-trans stance sees her profits plummet. And this has been a narrative that's been being thrown around. And part of that too is, hold on. How did RE4 steal the thunder? It just came the fuck out. What are you talking about? I don't even know. And talking about RE4, Resident Evil 4 just came out last week.
Oh.
So how could it steal the thunder of a game that came out in February?
No.
Doesn't make, doesn't make any sense. But the thing is, though, is this particular article, people are trying to play up the whole, because of J.K. Rowling's own controversies, that it has hurt her bottom line. But according to this, it says J.K. Rowling's production company Bronte Film and TV reportedly experienced a 74% drop in profits. This follows her online transphobia, which has led to her social pariah status, a decline in Harry Potter events, and Daniel Radcliffe's public pushback. The pandemic was cited as the reason for the loss, but the decrease is also attributed to Rowling's ongoing vendetta against the trans community. Now, we're just coming off of the pandemic. It was 3 years of the pandemic. If she has there were a lot of things that were altered because of the pandemic. And what I find about this particular article, because I kind of summarized this article here, is that it's like, oh no, it's like pandemic was the reason why this failed, but also this. It seems like there's a little bit reaching there. Most people, as evidenced by how much money Hogwarts Legacy has made, as evidenced by all of the stuff that's still going on with Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling is still going to be making a lot of money, and she's still going to be making money off of everything.
Yeah.
Right? So someone had mentioned this to me earlier on the Discord about this, and they're like, oh, don't defend a TERF. And I'm like, I'm not defending her stance on anything, because it's her stance. I don't agree with it, but it's her stance. Whatever that might be. That's hers. What I'm saying is this, is the Streisand effect is going to make this woman more fucking money than anything else. And the fact is, that if you look at the success of Hogwarts Legacy, the fact that David Zaslav is going to be working a deal with J.K. Rowling to make sure she's on board to license them the rights to do the television show, means that they fervently believe that the television show is going to pull in significant amount of money for HBO Max. Because I'm sorry, all the people on Twitter that are going to complain about this, and they're going to cry about this, and they're going to freak out about this,
and give it free advertising.
Tons of free advertising, and at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen. She's going to be sitting on a pile of gold in Gringotts Bank. That's what's going to happen with J.K. Rowling.
Well, let's be entirely honest, Matt. I think this is probably going to be like the biggest HBO series ever.
Yes. If you think, look, Game of Thrones is big. The Last of Us did very well.
This is going to be bigger than Game of Thrones.
This is bigger than all of that combined. This is Harry fucking Potter. And it doesn't matter how many people out there, like, look, and I'm not trying to denigrate anyone else's opinions. Anyone who feels upset at the things JK has said, that is their opinion. I'm talking on the broad spectrum here, okay? Because a lot of this shit is just relegated to online. Most people don't give a shit. That's just the reality of activism. Most people don't care. Because if it doesn't impact their viewing habits, if it doesn't impact their access to entertainment, they're not going to give a shit because it's not directly in their path. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
right.
I get what you're saying.
And the thing is, too, like we said earlier when we were talking about the N-word, when you tell people to like no, or you're like look what happened with Hogwarts Legacy. People bought that game just because to push back against the controversy, because gamers are like, listen, we don't care about politics and stuff. We just want good games. We don't care about this crap. Like, yeah, we don't agree with J.K. Rowling, but when people were being like, if you buy this game, you're transphobic. Well, if you're going to say that I'm transphobic, I'm going to buy it just to say that I'm not. And you can call me trans. Like, people will do the opposite of what you tell them to do. So if people are going to be like, oh, boycott the show, people are going to watch it. The same group of people who supported Hogwarts Legacy are going to support this show. And that's all that matters when it comes to the business.
Damn, J.K. Rowling is the new N-word.
I mean, it's sad to say,
what?
But it's like that's just the way it works. When you tell people no, when you try to make, people don't like activism anymore. They don't. It's a turnoff. And when people do it, people will counter protest. And what do they do to counter protest? They'll buy the shit you're telling them not to buy.
Yeah. Okay, Anthony here did ask the question. Matinee member for 12 months. Thank you, Anthony. Why not do a Cursed Child with the original cast? Because Cursed Child sucks. That's one of the big reasons why. Cursed Child was not well received. But Saggy, look, Saggy's correct on this one. Look, we definitely want to have equal rights for everybody. But when it comes to certain things, we're working on it. We're not all the way there yet.
Nope.
And the thing is, though, is the level of demand and push that online activists do. And again, this is a both sides debate, in my opinion. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if like one is trying to secure rights for marginalized individuals and the other is trying to take your rights away. What I mean by that is both sides will get really, really, really loud. And that ultimately will turn a lot of people off. They need to see it. If you want people to change, they need to see it.
Yep.
And trying to, bludgeon them with this kind of shit online and dogpile, it doesn't do anything. I'm sorry. It doesn't do anything.
It accomplishes nothing for your cause. In fact, it makes a negative impression on your cause.
It does. It really does. Like, there was like all the websites that are just like, you're a bigot if you buy Hogwarts Legacy. I'm like, I'm not reading you anymore. I haven't even bought Hogwarts Legacy yet. Right? I'm going to get it when it goes on sale. Sure. But it's like, I haven't bought it yet. I've been playing other games. I'm balls deep into Dying Light 2 right now. And it's a blast.
I have zero intention to play it because that shit looks boring. But honestly, like people should
the
be able
combat
to play it
looks fun for me. But again, it's like, I'm more hyped up for like Star Wars Jedi Survivor that pops up here pretty soon.
People are going to play what they want to play because you know what? No matter what you consume, no matter what video game or movie you consume, some evil person is cashing in on it. So it doesn't matter if it's J.K. Rowling or someone who has less of a name and reputation. You just gotta pick your battles.
Well, that's what I said when it came to the Hogwarts Legacy thing. I'd be like, if we only knew the type of people who ran a lot of the companies that we purchase a lot of shit from, you like, we wouldn't be able to buy anything. There are some,
No, exactly.
You know, because if the thing with social media is, which is a problem, is that like we have now access to know where people stand politically and stuff because they're vocal about it, you know. And I think with business, I think when it comes to business, shut the fuck up about your politics because it doesn't help you. Because now you have all these people. Like I said, if you found out the person who ran Coca-Cola, the guy who makes all this money from Coca-Cola, and he might be a racist, right? And now you don't drink Coca-Cola anymore.
You know what bothers me, Saggy? There's people who are always like, well, no, everything's political. That's a common argument that I hear online a lot of the time. And like, a lot of the time I'm just like, can you explain to me like the politics of like, say, like Super Mario Brothers? Like, if you think about it for like more than 5 seconds, it's a dumbass fucking argument. Like, not everything needs to have political, you know, it doesn't all have to have politics in it. Some shit can be escapism,
right.
You know?
Right. But I think when it comes down to, it's like, if you're running a business, shut the fuck up about your politics. Like, just shut up.
No, I agree.
Cause like it's like no, like and I hate to say it because like I get free speech and thing, like you are free to say it, but I think as from a business perspective, it's probably smart to keep that shit to your goddamn self.
No, it definitely is way smarter. Think about how much more money, in addition to all the money that she already makes, that J.K. Rowling would make if she just kept her fucking mouth shut.
Right.
She'd still be a bigot. She'd still have all those fucking ideas in her head. But you know what?
Because Anna, think about it, right? What benefit did it really do J.K. to talk about her views on transgenders? You know what I mean? Like, what benefit did that give her?
Absolutely
like, are
nothing.
you changing it? Are you changing the whole thing about transgender people?
She's not changing any minds.
Right. You're not changing minds. You're not doing any protest against it or whatever. So, like, you saying it was just dumb. Like, you just saying it was just stupid. That's what
literally
I'm saying.
Just like, leaving money on the table. It's fucking ridiculous.
Right. It's like you got books to sell. You got a franchise you made. Like, focus on that. Leave all your political nonsense to yourself. Keep that in your household, and everybody wouldn't have a problem. But like I said, like Matt said, it doesn't matter, because if you have people telling you what to buy, spend your hard-earned money on, and try to push your stuff on them, they're gonna do the opposite. They're like, well, a lot of people bought Hogwarts Legacy who had no interest in buying Hogwarts Legacy. That's how crazy that situation got.
I know, that's fucking ridiculous to me. Like, I hate that fucking shit. I hate that aspect of like the whole fucking culture war where people are willing to like, you know, do something or engage in something not because they actually enjoy it, but just to spite the people that they don't like. It's one of the worst, most miserable parts of the human experience that's gotten really bad as a result of the internet.
Right. And that's also why they're going to make this show, right? Because they don't care, right? They're like, you guys can bitch and moan like you did with Hogwarts Legacy, and look how that turned out. You're
still going to watch it to make your video essays about it on YouTube and shit like that. I mean, come on.
Like,
and the thing is, people have the right to do that 100%.
Yeah.
I think what we also need to realize is just because somebody speaks doesn't mean that they're intelligent.
True, yeah.
And that happens a lot, even in YouTube video essays. I'm sorry, right? Like I am. I look at it and I'm like, okay, you know, what are you mad about? Like when it comes to J.K. Rowling, I'm like, what are you mad about? Right? Okay, you DM me the trailer. Yeah, we'll take a look at that.
A lot of things.
You know, it's like, well, okay, Benson here. Look, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. It's saying it helped protect the rights of real women. Did it? I mean,
we had this conversation before.
That's certainly an opinion, my friend.
That's an opinion. That's an opinion to hold. But it's like, you know,
what
I mean,
rights don't I have? He never answered me, Benson. What rights don't I have that need protecting?
That's your thing. I would argue that when it comes to the whole like the whole sports debate, you know, I mean, that's a tough one, man. I can understand why people feel the way they feel on both sides. I can understand it, you know, but these organizations are the ones that make the rules and stuff like that, and so it's like they want to be, you know, they want to do the inclusivity thing, and they feel like that's the right course of action, and that's their right to do. You know, the problem though is that it becomes part of the culture war, and then people run with it and they do everything that they fucking can to try to make it worse than it is. You know, like it's like Anna Kasparian, die in the cast, progressive. Just the other day was like, don't call me a birthing person or a person with a uterus. I'm a woman, you know? And it's like, people got really mad at her for saying that, And it's like, but that's her experience. Is she doesn't want to be described as anything other than being a woman.
You know what bothers me? The complete hypocrisy that a lot of these people were complaining years and years ago and bitching about J.K. Rowling because, Hermione was turned from a white woman into a black woman for that cursed child thing. And people were fucking tearing into J.K. Rowling. These same exact fucking people were tearing into J.K. Rowling.
Wait, Vincent. Oh my God, Vincent. For safe spaces, sports, and child. First of all, let's talk about the last part, child mutilation. That's usually when it comes to male to female. So how is that protecting females when the mutilation for the most part is usually male to female transitioning because they do get their genitalia removed. And when it comes to women, I think the only thing they do with children is the hormones where they suppress our breast growth. And even then, like even grown women get their breasts removed when they're too big. So I don't understand that one. Safe spaces. What do you mean safe spaces? Like bathrooms? A lot of women don't really like normal women who aren't like I'm fine with that. I don't understand what do you mean safe spaces. We have safe spaces. The women's bathroom. I haven't heard a single incident where a transgender woman did anything in a women's bathroom. There's been not a single report of any of that happening. And
I mean, there kind of has, but it was this is like many years ago, and it was
but it's not a common thing.
It's not a common thing by any stretch of the imagination. No.
Right, but they made it seem like if trans women were in the bathrooms that women were getting assaulted. It's like what do you mean? Like men have gone in women's bathrooms and assaulted women, like heterosexual men. So no. And sports, again, I just don't understand. There are women who could literally beat your ass. Okay, Gina Carano would crush your friggin' head like a pumpkin between her thighs. So I don't understand.
Wait, you say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I'm just saying overall, this whole thing where oh well, men in sports. It's there are women who also are stronger than men, and most of the sports they participate in, it can be balanced. I just don't understand when you say, well, Kylie, what is it? Caitlyn Jenner was named Woman of the Year. Yeah, trans Woman of the Year. They wanted a transgender woman to be Woman of the Year. So what? Women have been Women of the Year for decades. We just happen to finally have gotten a transgender woman. So. And I'm sorry,
it wasn't an actually good person.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is though, it was literally on that incident with Caitlyn Jenner. It was like a month after she came out. You know what I mean? It was like that. It was like the whiplash effect. It was like, wait, what?
It was a media move. That's all it was.
It's all media move. It's all media moves. Yeah.
It's let's support transgender women. Let's have Caitlyn Jenner, who just came out and is the most famous transgender woman that came out that year. And it's but how does that make women not safe because they got named Woman of the Year? Am I not safe?
Well, I think it's not so much that. I think when you look at their overall concern, and again, I don't agree with it, but I mean, I think what they're trying to say is they believe that it's their lived experiences are now invalidated, even though they're not. You know,
right. I don't feel less of a woman because transgender women exist. I don't feel like my femininity or my vagina is threatened by a transgender woman. I think that people are way overthinking this whole transgender real women argument. It's I don't give a shit. I was born with a vagina. If somebody wants to have a vagina, how the hell does that impact my life? And how does that make me not a woman anymore? Did I grow a penis because a transgender woman took my vagina? I don't understand how this works. And I feel I get your concerns, but no offense, you're a guy. You are a man being over concerned about women issues. It's you don't have a vagina, sir. So why are you upset about this?
My big issue is that you're honestly defending a complete fucking hypocrite. Genuinely a hypocritical person who's just engaging in Twitter slacktivism, which hasn't contributed to jack shit. It really doesn't. Just fucking shouting out on your fucking Twitter page, no matter how fucking big of a voice you are, unless you're Donald fucking Trump, it doesn't accomplish anything in the real world. Because people are surprised how little fucking the shit that we do on the internet actually impacts the greater population. It can happen sometimes, But it has
Well,
to
I
be
think
like
people
really big
largely,
instances.
I think people largely overinflate a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like I'll talk to RJ. If you talk to RJ and RJ, like, well, they're saying, I'm like, it's Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
fewer people use Twitter than like any other social media platform. There are more people on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, right? Like, we're in the 2 billion category on fucking YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and shit. Over 1 billion on TikTok. Like, Twitter's got like under 400 million. And how many of those are just bot accounts or people's alt accounts or things like that? Like, there is a significant amount of people on Twitter, right? Let's be fair, but comparatively speaking, it's really not that much.
McLeod, relax. Listen, sorry, but like, bro, everyone should be allowed to have a voice and have an opposed opinion. And again, if we're gonna sit here and talk about J.K. Rowling, like, Benson has a right to have his opinion.
Yeah, we're challenging the fucking opinion.
Yeah, we could just disagree. You
Look, hey, do I think the opinion's dumb as fuck? Yes. But do I think he has a right to be here? Sure, he hasn't crossed any fucking lines. He hasn't called anybody any slurs or anything fucking crazy. So, yeah, he can fucking stay here.
And here's the thing. Having these conversations is important to have. It's not about like, oh, well, we shouldn't allow somebody here. Like, why? It's about having a conversation. And if you can have it civilly, I don't see a problem with somebody being here. Like
I completely
it's not
agree.
like he's being transphobic or he's saying we have to eradicate all the trans people. It's like, no, that he just has a different opinion on it. And we, for the most part, all of us on the panel disagree. But I don't hate Benson's because he has a difference of opinion.
Nope, me neither.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's like you can either, you know, I think part of it too is, again, this is not like, you know, a Snyder Bros stream. We're not gonna time you out for having a difference of opinion. And if anyone does that, don't stop doing that. Like, it's all about a conversation, which is fine. It is a conversation that, like, you have. What I think, in many ways, is this is a socially interesting conversation because it shows you where society is kind of moving towards, and it is about shining a spotlight on marginalized communities. Is a trans person any different from you or me? No. They still eat shit,
Certainly not
sleep.
different from me.
Yeah. You know, I mean, and Saggy will fuck anything, so it is what it is.
This is true.
You know, I'm the cis het asshole here. You know what I mean?
I mean, for the record, correct that. I will fuck anything that is an adult, a consenting adult, and a human.
Yeah, we know what you mean. We know you don't mean. We know you don't mean kids.
Well, you gotta make sure because people are very confused about. You'd be surprised how many people don't know what pansexuality is.
I've got one thing to say to Benson. Fucking Hermione, she's white. That's to trigger all the J.K. Rowling stands. Hermione's white. Deal with it. All right, moving on.
Wait, what? I mean, she is, but
wait, what? Who said she wasn't?
Because there was that fucking huge controversy when
when
a black actor played her. People forget that. That's why I fucking call J.K. Rowling stands hypocrites, because they have a fucking short ass memory. Because they all fucking forgot that shit and how pissed off they got when that happened. And the only reason I have any issue with it is because she's literally described that way, as having a pale fucking face in the books. That's pretty dismissive.
And for the stage play, when they did that, and I think she supported the actor taking on that role as well.
Yes.
You know, so that was
her idea. That was her fucking idea. I'm pretty fucking sure. But don't be a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah, we don't like hypocrites.
Yeah.
I like hippogriffs.
Hippogriffs.
Hey, look, if I can make a Harry Potter joke, I'm gonna make it. You know, I'm just saying, it's like, look, like, I think my concern with the trans stuff has nothing to do with any kind of gender assignment. It, like, my whole thing is like, you know, people ask me, and I'll say this is a parent thing. It's like, what if one of my daughters is like, hey, I identify as a boy? I'd be like, cool. When you're 18, if you want to go do all that stuff, you can do all that stuff. But until then, I don't want, because I'll tell you guys this, like, I look at Jazz Jennings as a primary example of, like, to be a very careful case. So Jazz, you know, came out, big thing many years ago, transgender girl, you know, did the TV show I'm Jazz and whatever on TLC, which I think is an abomination of a channel and should be eradicated anyway, because it's just produced nothing but fucking bullshit. By the way, David Zaslav owns that. But anyway, it's Jazz wanted to get gender reassignment surgery, and because of the hormones that blocking the puberty blockers, if I recall correctly, Jazz is did not have enough developmental assets, if you will, to be able to have that surgery. And I'm like, I think that's my take on it. It's like, look, I don't care what you identify as, but if you're going to make body modifications and stuff, wait till you're at least old enough to have the understanding of the repercussions of that. Yeah. And I think when parents, I think a lot of it too are parents, man. I think what it is you got parents that just want their kids to be unique. And so, like I've read stories where it's like, I've read stories about that shit over the years where it's like, a kid just goes like, hey, like a young girl will go like, oh, I'm a tomboy. And then the mom's like, no, you're trans. Like, what? It's like, what? Like, but then it's like, but then they're all over social media and it's all over this, it's all over that. They turn the kid into a spectacle. It's like my daughter today was watching, that Ryan's toy review, Ryan's World, right? You ever seen that shit? Fucking hate. I view that as child abuse. Really, hands down, I do. And I unrecommended it from YouTube. I took it out of our algorithm and stuff like that. And I don't do that shit very often, but because I've noticed that like she likes watching this kid, but she gets a lot more aggressive because of the toy stuff. She's like, I want this toy, I want that toy. I'm like, no, we're not gonna get this toys. And she gets upset because it's like a weird kind of thing. And it's like these parents put this kid on display who doesn't understand what's going on, but is now this worldwide sensation. And is on camera 24/7, documented 24/7, has to be entertaining 24/7, has no fucking understanding of why it's happening. Just that this is now the way it is. And the parents want it to be as much about them as anything else.
Can I be honest? All YouTube, like children's content is fucking evil, just inherently.
Right.
Like, honestly. Like,
oh, yeah, no, I agree.
Like,
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Again. Vance, you're killing me, bro. When you say that, trans rights takes away from female rights, that's not how it works. You can't take away our rights. They just want to give trans people rights too. I don't understand why that's a concept that people are understanding. And also the whole thing where you're saying that's the thing with the Jazz situation is that the mom pushed it. So you're telling me that a female, a biological female, push their child to be transgender, and here you are talking about women rights. A woman pushed her child to be transgender, and you're sitting here like, but we got to fight for women's rights. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. Like, I mean, I'm trying to get what you're saying, but I'm like, no, man. Like, as a woman, my rights don't go away because we're giving rights to other people. My rights still stay the same. We're just saying, hey, transgender women can have rights too. Also,
and I think that's what people lose sight of, right? It's like securing them rights doesn't mean you lose anything,
right?
So, I think it's largely a conversation that people are very uncomfortable with, and it's a new revelation, transgender, non-binary, things like that being prominent, right? It's not something that's largely brought up these days. And as a result, I should say it's more largely brought up and people are having to deal with it. The younger generation is okay with it. Like, they're fine. They get it. The older generation, again, it's just a transitional shift. It's just trying to understand that life may not be exactly what you thought it is, or everything else, or things you've never experienced.
Happens in every generation, though.
True. I mean, look at the fact that all these boomers want to go back to, like, you'll hear them say, we want to go back to the 1950s when it was all just pies and blowjobs.
No, you don't.
And it's like, like, it wasn't the greatest. You have this memory of that time when you were a kid, because you were a kid. You had
back
no
when communism threatened the world. It was amazing.
Yeah, I remember the Cuban Missile Crisis. That is nothing compared to the trans agenda. Right. They just wanted to vaporize Miami, not cut off the testicles of young boys.
I'm just trying to understand, like, what female rights get taken away because you give transgender rights. I saw the examples given. I'm like, that's not my rights being taken away. Like, bathrooms, like, what's crazy? If you want to make safe spaces for women, I mean, again, it's like there's no such thing as a safe space for anyone, because I can go in the women's bathroom. What's to stop a full grown man to walk in the women's bathroom to assault me? What, the door? Like the door, it says there's a woman figure on the door, so that prevents a man from walking in that bathroom? No, a man can walk in there. Men have walked in bathrooms and assaulted women at bars, at clubs. It's happened. It's not a sound argument. It's not a sound argument at all for me, because it's like we have safe spaces, but we don't have safe spaces. Again, what's to stop a man from walking in my bathroom? What's to stop somebody from assaulting me on the streets? Like, there's no safe space for women or men. Like, it's like this whole gender argument to me is just dumb. Because I'm a woman and I'm arguing with a man about my rights. Like, what world are we living in? Like, what is this, the friggin' 50s? Do I need to get back in the kitchen? Start making y'all some sandwiches? Like, I don't understand what my rights being taken away are. And no one's explaining it to me.
I could use a sandwich.
Yeah,
y'all
I'm getting pretty hungry.
I'll go and make a sandwich right now.
But anyway, look, I don't know if this conversation is going to be able to go on really where it's at. So plus it is midnight, and I do got to get going because I have to be up exceptionally early in the morning. Yeah. So let us wind it down. This is what Command Unit had asked us a while ago. This is 2 minutes, and we'll go from there. Anyway, listen, it's a conversation I believe worth having.
Still love you, Bensons.
But it's difficult when it's like, people have a point they want to make and then everything else.
No, I get it.
I still love Benson though. I
got nothing. We'll disagree on the subject, Mark, but I got nothing against you. You know that.
Oh, dude, I love arguing with Benson. That's my highlight of
by the way, Benson, Fandom Wire is clickbait. Okay. He sent me a Fandom Wire link earlier that was all like a Henry Cavill was in the title, and it was talking about like Taron Egerton. Like Fandom Wire is shit, by the way.
Question for you. Does Fandom Wire have you blocked on Twitter?
Yes.
Yep, me too.
I've been blocked by them for years, because when Andy was, because by the way, they used to work with Andy Signore. He actually was working for them for a while. And then they moved over to it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all clickbait. Anyway, let's check this out, and yeah.
But you were petitioned for an audience. Petitioned in most forthright terms.
Is it low or is it just me?
It's low. I have it cranked all the way up.
Welcome to Scaros. Here there has been war and slaughter on a scale you cannot conceive. And still the orcs come.
Oh my god, I can't watch this game get nauseous.
I'm getting nauseous. I'm getting nauseous.
I can't even hear it. I can't read what he's saying, and I can't hear what he's saying. It's so low.
Oh, I'm nauseous.
The orcs scattered. Their lustful battle drowned by their fear. Blood for the
what is this?
God. Indeed.
Working with world eaters be like, oh, okay.
I chose to share my victory. His victory. No matter. We have gained a foothold in this sector, but we must move quickly. The war must be ended, which means we must bring death to Warlord Blitzripper. You will aid in this, Barris? Blood for the Blood God! My agents have contacted War Boss Gorspitter, Blitzripper's second in command. He has agreed to turn on his master for the proper price. Why bargain when we can simply take their skulls? Little good that has done you so far, World Eater. Vane, what price does Gorspitter demand? Space Titan flesh, and in great quantity. Worthless beasts. The Nerivian expanse is overrun with them. We have your payment, but there's another price. I get to kill Blitzripper, or the deal's off. And the deal stands. To war! All skulls belong to Khorne! Praise the dark gods. The greenskins are routed. They will no longer threaten our holdings around the Eye of Terror. Then we should return to more important matters. My crews and I are with you. You paved the stars with slaughter. Khorne has granted you his mark and his favor. I feel his wrath, his strength, the fire of his forge in my sinews. The greatest carnage is yet to come. Blood for the blood god! Blood for the blood god!
A lot of blood for the blood god. Blood god.
I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah,
so.
that cameraman was having some issues. I saw. I don't want to bring too much attention to it, but I saw a really uncouth joke in the chat.
Oh shit! All right, here's something we can end on tonight. The new Spider-Verse trailer just dropped.
Just now?
Just now, yeah. Let me bring it up.
Hell yeah!
Let me bring it up here. Wow.
Good timing.
Spooderman.
That's me.
I'm actually paying attention to this one.
I think another one was supposed to come out later today.
New trailer.
No, this is the one. This is the one.
Oh no, for another film.
Barbie comes out today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's see. This is a 242. All right, cool. Sony's gonna clamp down on this so hard.
My name is Miles Morales. I'm Brooklyn's one and only Spider-Man. And things are going great.
Oh, yeah. You were supposed to be here at 5.
All right, whatever.
Whatever?
Wow.
Whatever?
So are you like a cow or a Dalmatian?
I am the Spot.
That's not funny. Don't do that.
Miles's grades are pretty good. A in AP Physics.
That's my little man.
And a B in Spanish.
Ooh, okay. Miles.
Are you trying
Mira, eso es imposible.
I gotta go. All right, bye.
He's lying to you. And I think you know it.
What's up, danger?
Miles!
Want to get out of here?
Oh, Gwen? So wait a minute. There's an elite crew with all the best spider people in it? Who's the new guy? This is unbelievable.
This is the lobby. Miguel O'Hara. The whole thing was his idea.
What's a guy got to do to join this spider team?
You can never be part of this. Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd back on Earth 1999-99.
Come on, go easy on the kid. He had a terrible teacher.
Peter!
Miles!
Mayday! You have a baby?
I have a baby.
I'll take it from here. Miles, being Spider-Man is a sacrifice. You have a choice between saving one person and saving every world. Send me home. I can't do that.
I can do both! Spider-Man always...
Not always.
What about Uncle Ben?
If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here.
Can't stop me now!
You can't run forever, kid!
I can't lose one more friend.
Miguel, this isn't what we talked about!
You knew?
You have no idea what you're doing!
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
All stations, stop Spider-Man!
You? Me?
That was great.
And then I looked at my uncle and...
let me guess. He died?
Damn, that was fucking
Wait,
great.
that was Toby.
Was it? Go
Look.
back.
Look. Look at the suit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they also meant... There was that shout out to Tom Holland Spider-Man, too.
Oh, I missed that one.
You
That's
did?
right.
Yeah, when he was talking about Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other nerd from Earth. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the Tom Holland.
Yeah.
No, that joke had me dead. It was like, you? That was the meme.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, I already got like the notification from YouTube.
Of course.
About that. They're just like, you got copyrighted material. It's like,
I think
man.
this one's gonna be the best. This is gonna be fire. I think it's
Copywriting trailers is the dumbest shit ever.
Dude, you're gonna have so many fucking Spider-Men in this one. Spider people.
Spider folks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, they
I
need
think
to have
part of it.
in the wheelchair.
I think part of it though is also a lot of it's the music, right? That's a lot of what gets taken is the music. So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
Fucking
Benson
bullshit.
that it's gonna do triple the money. I think it's gonna be great. I mean, the first one was good, but this one looks friggin' redundant.
Looks amazingly. Like, yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
I think it looks amazing. I don't quite like the suit as much. I felt like the one in the end of the last movie was perfect. but it's still pretty fucking good. And everything else looks amazing. So
that had me on my ass. You? Which okay, get the Spider-Man. You.
Yeah, no, that was fucking funny.
They're all pointing at each other. I couldn't.
I mean, like, of course, that's got to be the meme that happens now every time there's multiple Spider-Men on screen. But you know what? At the same time, fuck it, let it roll. Let it do it. Let it do it. All right, guys. Well, on that note, it's time to go to bed. I agree with HBarts here. Hope Spider-Verse does well. Damn straight. It's gonna be a fun movie. I'm looking forward to that in the whatever the third one might be. So, all right, everybody, go to bed. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night for another episode of Hollywood After Dark. Peace out, motherfuckers.